sweeteners, and 3 grams of prebiotic fiber. Pepsi Prebiotic Cola. Unbelievably Pepsi.
Binge listen this and all your artist stations, plus any song from our library of millions of songs, all ad-free. Get your free 30-day trial of iHeartRadio All Access. You'll love it. Don't be basic, be extra. Start your free 30-day trial of iHeartRadio All Access now.
It's time to set yourself free from the algorithm. AudioMac is a different type of music streaming service that lets you discover, download, and do it all for free. Take control of your taste. Get the AudioMac app now.
Get the fastest local alerts and accurate 24/7 forecasts with WeatherBug. It's easy to use and provides real-time customizable alerts so the weather never takes you by surprise. Plan every day with confidence. Download the free WeatherBug app from the App Store now.
What has to happen for the Aztecs to bring home a win?
Let's get this win right now.
We find out with the keys to the game. Driven by your San Diego County Toyota dealers, proudly supporting our community and SDSU basketball.
San Diego Sports 760. It's the Aztecs countdown to tip-off here for a final time as we get you ready for San Diego State and Utah State. Tip-off expected around 3:10 today. We'll get you out to Las Vegas around 3:05 for John Schaefer to set everything up officially for you from the Thomas and Mack in Las Vegas. We will get you keys to an Aztecs victory in just a second. Did want to reset starting lineups here for Utah State. MJ Collins will be starting 17.5 points per game. He's been excellent all year. Drake Allen, Mason Falslev, Zach Keller, and Adlan Elamine, the freshman who's really come on in the second half of the season, are the starters for Utah State. For the Aztecs, there has been a change. Sean Newman Jr., Miles Bird, and Reese Dixon Waters will start in the backcourt. That has been consistent for the entirety of the Mountain West tournament. In the front court, Tay Simmons, the true freshman who started the last 2 games for the Aztecs, will start again. And Magoon Guath is in for an injured Miles Heide, who will not play here today. So San Diego State, who went the majority of the season with Magoon Guath and LZ Harrington, or Magoon Guath or LZ Harrington, not available due to injury, will have Magoon Guath back tonight, but are now missing Miles Heide, who's been an Ironman for the Aztecs this season, playing lots of minutes, playing as many minutes as pretty much anybody on the Aztecs team this year, and starting as many games as anybody on the Aztecs team this year. But Miles Heide injuring his wrist last night against New Mexico did not get cleared for today's game. And that's as much information as we know. We know he had x-rays after the game, and he will not be available for today's game. Quick scoreboard update. That game between Ole Miss and Arkansas is turning into an absolute classic as it heads into overtime. Still tied up at the end of regulation, but in overtime, Arkansas has gone on a 4-0 run to start overtime. They're winning 83-79 in the SEC tournament semifinal. Still to come today, Arizona is going to be taking on Houston in the Big 12. UConn and St. John's will go head-to-head in the Big East final. Virginia and Duke in the ACC final. Tomorrow on San Diego Sports 760, you will hear the Big Ten tournament final, which is going to be between Michigan and Purdue in the Big Ten tournament final, which you'll hear here starting at noon, immediately followed by the Selection Sunday show. If San Diego State wins today, expect to hear their name called on the Selection Sunday show. If they lose today, there's still a chance, but it would take a lot happening around the bubble for that to actually happen. So we'll see. We'll see is the best way you can do it. And San Diego State going out and winning today is the actual best way for you to do it. Programming note for San Diego Sports 760. Today, SDFC is on the road taking on FC Dallas. That game kicks off at 5:30. Pre-game coverage will begin at 5 o'clock. Not on this station, though. It's going to be over on Jammin' 95.7 as soon as San Diego State coverage wraps up. And if the Aztecs win, that'll be the net cutting ceremony and all the player interviews that John Schaefer will do. With a loss, we'll still have our normal post-game coverage. As soon as post-game coverage for the Aztecs wraps up, we will join the SDFC game in progress with Darren Smith and Adrian Garcia Marquez calling that game for SDFC against FC Dallas today. With all that being said, let's get into the keys to an Aztecs victory here tonight. Now, Utah State, San Diego State have played 2 very different games. The game they played at Utah State was a battle. It was close, and Utah State pulled away in the final couple of seconds, but that was an absolute battle, and San Diego State just needed to do the little things a little bit better, and they needed some help from the officials late that they got the opposite of. They got hurt by the officials late in that game. But a big thing that stuck out was rebounding. And Utah State's not an excellent rebounding team. They're more along the lines of Colorado State versus New Mexico. But can San Diego State continue that aggression that they've had in the first 2 games of the Mountain West tournament on the boards here today? That'll go a long way for the Aztecs towards winning this ball game against Utah State. Key number 2 is to identify who's hot early for Utah State. They have a few different options. MJ Collins is a ridiculously gifted scorer. He can absolutely go off for 20, 25 points in a game. Mason Falslev is very similar, and he really lets the game come to him. He almost tries to see who on his team is going to have the hot hand and feed that person the ball. But if nobody steps up, Mason Falslev is more than capable of scoring 18, 20 points in a game. And then the freshman, Adlin Elamine, has really come on in the second half of the year. So for San Diego State, you got to identify early who the offense is going to flow through today and try to stop them and make it be somebody else for Utah State, because they got plenty of options with gifted scoring all over the court. And key number 3 for San Diego State is to try to be disruptive. Utah State has one of the more efficient offenses in the country. I believe they're top 20 nationwide in KenPom offensive efficiency numbers. Can San Diego State find a way to be disruptive, force some extra turnovers in today's game, and get out and run a little bit? The Aztecs will be on a little bit less rest. They will have a little shallower bench than they're used to having. But can San Diego State for 40 minutes really just gut it out and be disruptive and do all the normal Aztec defense things that we've seen over the last couple of days? Because we've seen more consistent defense and more aggressive defense over the last couple of days than we've seen all year. In fact, if we had seen this level of defense all year, we wouldn't be talking about bubbles. We wouldn't be talking about any of that. We'd be talking about the Aztecs firmly in the field. But that's not the situation they're in. The situation they're in is they need to win this game today against Utah State in order to lock themselves into the NCAA tournament. All right, before the game, John called. Who did John call as his player of the game? I think it was Reese Dixon Waters. Saying that he was going to be have one of those performances that we can remember for a long, long time at the offensive end. Now, Reese, I thought, played really well yesterday, but didn't have the offensive numbers. Can he step up today and make a big difference? It's absolutely a good call by John. I went with Magoon Guath because I think we saw Magoon Guath jump back into that comfy zone yesterday. We saw him having fun. We saw him smiling a lot yesterday as they were playing against New Mexico, and he was a menace on both ends. He was making 3-pointers. He was driving to the hoop in the first half. That and one that Magoon Guath had, it gave you flashbacks to last season. And so Magoon Guath, can he continue that positive momentum that he started to build yesterday into today's game and really scratch himself into Aztecs history with a signature performance in a championship game like so many Aztecs have done before him? We would love to see it. Now, obviously, last night, BJ Davis was the hero, making that right-handed layup with 2.1 seconds left on the clock to win the game for San Diego State. Do you expect to see more of that from BJ Davis? Absolutely. And if this comes down to the final couple of minutes, like we all expect it will, BJ Davis is going to be relied upon to hit some big shots here today as well for San Diego State. We are about 10 minutes away from tip-off. John Schaefer will take you the rest of the way. I'll be back with you at halftime today for San Diego State and Utah State. When you think about this, man, San Diego State has been in this game 12 times in the last 15 years. 14 times in the last 17 years they've been in the NCAA tournament. Can you make it one more time? They got about 40 minutes to prove just that. Brian Dutcher, in his 9th season as the Aztecs head coach, overall record of 220-78, career record against Utah State 12-10. Jared Calhoun, the freshly crowned coach of the year in the Mountain West, is 53-14 in his second year as the Utah State head coach. In his 14th season as being a college basketball head coach, with a career record of 295-158. In his career against San Diego State, he is 3-1. The Aztecs, as a 2 seed in the NCAA tournament, have been in this situation before. They beat BYU 72-54 back on March 12, 2011. That was their 4th Mountain West tournament crown. They're looking to extend that number here tonight as a number 2 seed, beating a number 1 seed. We'd all love to see it. Tip-off is coming up in about 8 minutes. Don't go anywhere. It's San Diego Sports 760. John Schaefer will take you the rest of the way. I will see everybody at halftime with stats, highlights, and keys to a second-half victory. Aztecs basketball starts next here on San Diego Sports 760. You have been listening to the Aztecs Countdown to Tip-Off.
You've been listening to the Aztecs Countdown to Tip-Off.
Aztecs basketball is brought to you by Alaska Airlines, Big Fog, Cal Coast Credit Union, Dos Equis, Handel's Ice Cream, Pepsi, San Diego Zoo Wildlife Alliance, SeaWorld San Diego, and Snapdragon.
Up next,
we go courtside with the voice of the Aztecs, John Schaefer. San Diego Sports 760 KGB and KGB FM HD2 San Diego, an iHeart radio station, guaranteed human.
Windmill.
At Liberty Mutual, we love helping people with things like customizing car insurance, just like how we customize a song for you. Catered country tune. Liberty Mutual, saving you bucks by protecting your truck. 'Cause Birdie told me to only pay for what I need. Thank you, Limu. Always trusting Limu with Liberty, 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 Liberty.
Cold and flu season? Yep, it's here. Sweetie, don't use your shirt. Here, use a Kleenex tissue. You can't predict sick days, but with Kleenex lotion tissues, you can be ready. That napkin's rough. Here, this will feel better. Kleenex lotion has 3-in-1 skin-loving benefits that protect, soothe, and moisturize your skin. This cold and flu season, keep your skin feeling cared for with Kleenex lotion. For whatever happens next, grab Kleenex.
At Verbo, we understand that even the best of plans sometimes need a little support. So we plan for the plot twists. Every booking is automatically backed by our Verbo Care Guarantee, giving you confidence from the very start. Whenever you need help, it's ready. Before your stay, through the moments in between, and after your trip. Because a great trip starts with peace of mind. And maybe a good playlist. But we've got the peace of mind part covered.
Tyler Reddick here from 2311 Racing. Victory Lane? Yeah, it's even better with Chumba by my side. Race to ChumbaCasino.com. Let's Chumba.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. See T&Cs. 21 plus. Sponsored by Chumba Casino.
Refreshing wild cherry cola meets smooth cream. The treat you deserve. Pepsi Wild Cherry and Cream. Treat yourself.
You can hear the call from the Mesa. It's the tradition and the future of the Scarlet and Black. Welcome to Aztecs basketball.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Brian Dutcher and the Aztecs with a march toward another Mountain West title and the madness.
San Diego State basketball is brought to you by Anheuser-Busch, Alaska Airlines, Volkswagen, Stone Brewing, Aztec Shops, San Diego Food Bank, AleSmith, San Diego Zoo, Wildlife Alliance, Intercontinental Hotel.
Dropping for Bird, out for block, corner three, got it. What a possession.
And by Cal Coast Credit Union, Stone Brewing, San Diego Sports Medicine, J-Lab, Dos Equis, Sequan, Snapdragon, Big Fog, SeaWorld San Diego, and Toyota.
Now we go to the voice of the Aztecs, John Schaefer.
Winning in the three best words in college basketball, San Diego State and Utah State, longtime nemesis in this Mountain West Conference, on their way for the Pac-12, and they will meet for a Mountain West title here in 2026. The Aztecs need a win to lock up a spot in the NCAA tournament. Utah State already has the resume to get there. The Aztecs, if they don't win this game, could be very much on the outside looking in. San Diego State back in a game that they've played in so often over the years. You heard it from Ben Fletcher just a few moments ago. For Brian Dutcher specifically, as the head coach at San Diego State in his 9th season, he has got the Aztecs to this title game 8 times. 8 out of 9 years, including here today against Utah State. Yesterday, it was New Mexico. You wouldn't want it any other way. And today, you got to go through the top seed, Utah State, led by Jared Calhoun. The Aggies winning the Mountain West by a game over the Aztecs. These two teams splitting the regular season series. San Diego State losing a close game in Logan, and then the Aztecs winning convincingly just a couple of weeks ago at Viejas back in February. San Diego State shorthanded with this deep roster, but without L.C. Harrington due to a leg injury and without Miles Hyde, who suffered a wrist injury yesterday. He is unavailable here tonight. He will not dress for Brian Dutcher's team. All right, both teams on the respective benches right now. Starting lineups coming up in mere moments. Aztecs getting here by virtue of wins over Colorado State and New Mexico. What a classic it was last night in that win. Meanwhile, Utah State, easy work over UNLV and Nevada last night in the semis. To meet the starters, beginning with the 22-10 Aztecs, the preseason top pick in the Mountain West, playing now in another Mountain West championship game under Brian Dutcher in his 9th year. One of the best coaches and coaching staffs in America. Dutch 220-78, a winning percentage of nearly 740 in his 9 years since taking over for Steve Fisher. New starting lineup for the Aztecs with Miles Heide out due to that wrist injury. We'll run through it right now. Sean Newman is in the backcourt. He's a 6'1 senior. He has, again, been starting with Elsie Harrington out. He's out of L.A., and he's averaging about 3 points and 2 assists per game. Also in the backcourt, Miles Byrd, the veteran, fourth-year junior, 6'6", 190 out of Stockton. He's averaging 11 points per game. Reese Dixon Waters, terrific defensively yesterday. The 6'5 senior from Long Beach. He leads the Aztecs in scoring at 12.8 points per game. Front court with Miles Heide out will pair Magoon Guath back in the starting lineup. He is really emerging here in this conference tournament. He's the 7-footer from Euless, Texas. And yesterday, 17 points in the win over New Mexico. He's averaging 9 points and 4 rebounds. And also in the front court, the young freshman, Tay Simmons, 6'6", and Tay Simmons averaging 6 points and 3 rebounds. Again for the Aztecs under Brian Dutcher. It'll be Newman and Byrd and Dixon Waters in the backcourt with Guath and Simmons in the front court. Again, San Diego State has been now without multiple starters in Elsie Harrington and Miles Heide. Utah State coming in to this one 27-6 overall under Jared Calhoun, their second-year head coach, a Cincinnati graduate. His job has been rumored for the Cincinnati opening. He's 53-14 with the Aggies in 2 years. He's the reigning Mountain West Coach of the Year. His team is going to the NCAA tournament, win or lose, here today. In the backcourt for the Aggies, Drake Allen. He's their point guard. He's played throughout the state of Utah in Division I. Now he's at Utah State, the graduate student, 6'5". And Drake Allen this year is averaging about 8 points per game. Also the backcourt, the Vanderbilt transfer, MJ Collins, 6'4 senior out of Clover, South Carolina. Collins scores nearly 18 points per game. He's at 17.5 points per game. Also in the backcourt, the Mountain West Player of the Year, Mason Falslev, 6'4 junior from Benson, Utah. He's averaging a tick over 16 points per game. In the front court, a freshman, Adlin Elamine. And for Elamine this year, he is a freshman from Arlington, Virginia. He's averaging 7 points and 3 rebounds. He had 15 in that victory over Nevada yesterday. And also in the front court, Zach Keller. Keller, a senior, 6'10", from Colorado, Utah transfer. He's averaging 4 points and 2 rebounds. So again for the Aggies, Jared Calhoun is the head coach. And the backcourt, Drake Allen, MJ Collins, Mason Falslev. Front court, Adlin Elamine and Zach Keller. As good of an offense as there is in the Mountain West, against as a good of a defense as there's ever been in the Mountain West. San Diego State, their defense has gotten them here, holding Colorado State to 33% shooting on Thursday and New Mexico to 32.8% shooting last night. Aztecs for the first time in this tournament in road uniforms. They're the lower seed, the number 2 seed. So they'll wear black with the word Aztecs across the chest in red, numbering in red. Utah State in home whites with navy and royal blue trim. Aztecs in this first half will move from right to left. Brian Dutcher taking it all in. Man, he's coached in big game after big game throughout his illustrious career. He was an assistant to Steve Fisher at Michigan, and then at San Diego State, now the top job on the Mesa. Jared Calhoun looking on. We'll run through the officials in a moment. Ball is tapped into the air and won by Magoon Guath. Aztecs will start with it. Vern Harris, Michael Irving, Randy Richardson, your officials. San Diego State in the half court from right to left. Sean Newman running point, guarded by Collins. Drops it off for Byrd on the left wing. He's got Collins on the switch. Now Guath, top of the key for Dixon Waters, right wing extended, guarded by Elamine. 10 to shoot. Dixon Waters picks up his dribble. Shot clock at 5. Guath starts his drive. Guath, fadeaway jumper on its way. That's going to be an air ball. And it's Drake Allen that's got it on the weak side. Allen running and kicking for Mason Falslev. Now Allen gets it back. He's guarded by Newman. So San Diego State with an air ball in its first possession. Keller on a switch, top of the key, and Byrd goes for the steal. He's got it. Working on Falslev, lays it up and in with the finger roll. So the Aztecs started fast against New Mexico, cashing in 3 turnovers. They led that game 6-0. They lead right now 2-0, 1 minute in. Second Utah State possession. On a switch, Keller has Newman top of the key, the center. And now bounces it for Falslev. He's guarded by Byrd top of the key. Now on a wing is Collins to pull up. 18-footer on its way is drained. MJ Collins, good start. Had that game where he was 3 of 14 against the Aztecs in Logan. Really talented scorer, the Vanderbilt transfer. Vanderbilt playing for an SEC title tomorrow in Nashville. We're tied at 2. 18:35 to play first half. Bird on the left wing for Guath, top of the key. Guath has Allen. Guath lost it, gives it back to Newman. Skip past Dixon Waters in the corner. He will drive, pull up, 10-footer, got it. He's Dixon Waters, a couple of field goals yesterday, but he started defensively against Jake Hall, and the Aztecs reclaim the 4-2 lead. 18-15 first half. They weave outside with Allen, who's picked up by Newman. Allen straight on now has Simmons. Now false left driving in. His little runner is short, but an offensive rebound and kick out for Elamine. His corner three is drilled. Offensive rebound leading to an open three for Elamine off the false left runner miss, and Utah State leads for a first time. It's 5-4. And now Newman's pocket is picked by Allen, and Allen will lay it in. This is what Utah State was able to do against Nevada yesterday. Allen's so good in that area. He had 4 steals yesterday. So Newman, a rare turnover. He's 3 assists to 1 turnover this year. 7-4 Aggies, 17:30 to play. Now Newman driving, losing it out of bounds. It's going to stay, though, with San Diego State. It was off of false left. Now he's asking for a review. This would come 2 minutes in. We'll see if Jared Calhoun wants to do it or not. They're waiting, and the crowd's asking for it. They are going to review it. So Newman a turnover, and now maybe a second. And the Aztecs early are trailing 7-4, and Utah State may get it back. So the Aztecs led 2-0 and 4-2, but now Utah State a second chance 3. And then Newman's pocket was picked by Allen. And Utah State with its first challenge. Now, if they get it right, they'll have just 1 for the remainder of the game. They would still keep their challenge, though. So both teams back in their huddle against San Diego State without LZ Harrington, their starting point guard for most of the year, although Sean Newman has really filled in well. Had a game against Utah State earlier this year on the road. He was 5 assists, 1 turnover. So some nerves, obviously. It's a championship game. And again, the Aggies are shooting 3 of 4. The Aztecs 2 of 3. Buckets for Bird and Dixon Waters. Buckets for Collins, Allen, and Elamine for Utah State. So the crew looking it over. Again, it's a veteran group. Vern Harris, Michael Irving, and Randy Richardson. San Diego State and Utah State. And the challenge is successful. Utah State has turned the Aztecs over already twice in the first 2.5 minutes. And the Aztecs have played as many as 11 in the rotation this year. They'll likely play 9 today, with Heidi out with a wrist injury and Harrington out with a leg injury. So Utah State inbounding the backcourt with a 7-4 lead here in Vegas. Mountain West title game, 5th time these two schools have met in this game. With the trip to the NCAA tournament on the line, on a switch, Allen, baseline, kicks, false left, lays it in on the baseline. Great offense for the Aggies early on, and they lead by 5. San Diego State did not trail by more than 5 all day yesterday. Here's Simmons cutting it, slamming it over Elamine. Nice find from Bird. It's 9-6. Aztecs looking for some stops. Again, they've held opponents to 33% shooting in this tournament, but Utah State is 4 of 5. Allen near side on the wing, guarded by Simmons. On a mismatch has Newman. And now a skip pass for Collins. Extra pass false left. He's at the free throw line. Dumps it inside for Allen, working on Newman, and he scores over top, the point guard. So they took advantage of the mismatch there, as the big man Keller is 6'10", and Newman, of course, the point guard, standing at just 6'1". It's 11-6 Aggies, a fast offensive start for Utah State. Skip past Dixon Waters. He's on the left wing, guarded by Elamine. He will drive, pull up, baseline jumper is short, off the rim. Guath, the offensive rebound, cleans it up and scores off the glass. So it hit the rim twice for Dixon Waters, and then Guath, the offensive rebound and layup to make it 11-8 Aggies. A lot of offense the first 4 minutes. We're at the 16-minute mark. Keller, top of the key. Back cut, false left, and he's blocked at the rim. However, it's a goaltend that's called, and Brian Dutcher may want to review this. Vern Harris calls a goaltend. It comes at 15:55, right by the rim. Let's see if this ball was still going up. I think it was. No, it's close. It's close, and we'll see if they're going to look at it or not. As we've reached our first media timeout, Utah State is 5 of 6 from the floor, and they will look at it with the Aggies leading 13-8. We'll take a timeout. Good early offensive action in Las Vegas. This is Aztec basketball on San Diego Sports 760.
Doug.
There's nowhere I wouldn't go to help someone customize and save on car insurance with Liberty Mutual, even if it means sitting front row at a comedy show.
Hey, everyone, check out this guy and his bird. What is this, your first date?
Oh, no. We help people customize and save on car insurance with Liberty Mutual together. We're married. Me to a human, him to a bird.
Yeah, the bird looks out of your league anyways.
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Refreshing wild cherry cola meets smooth cream. The treat you deserve. Pepsi Wild Cherry and Cream. Treat yourself.
Binge listen this and all your artist stations, plus any song from our library of millions of songs, all ad-free. Get your free 30-day trial of iHeartRadio All Access. You'll love it. Don't be basic, be extra. Start your free 30-day trial of iHeartRadio All Access now.
Hi, Grandma.
Grandma's ranch spinach dip is the best. A secret family recipe so bold and zesty, passed down
It's
through
Hidden Valley Ranch Dip Mix.
What?
The secret. I just use Hidden Valley Ranch Dip Mix to pack my spinach dip with bold ranch flavor.
So your famous dip isn't a legendary secret recipe?
Why does everyone think that? Just use Hidden Valley Ranch Dip Mix.
Visit hiddenvalleyranch.com to get this recipe and more for your next family gathering.
Aztecs basketball continues on San Diego Sports 760 and the iHeartRadio app. Here's John Schaefer.
Aztec Nation, make your mark today. Visit goaztecs.com/impact and be a part of the Impact campaign supporting San Diego State basketball and its student athletes. Every gift fuels recruiting, development, and the future of Aztec excellence. Head to goaztecs.com/impact now. Donate, make a difference, and help keep Aztec pride strong. Are they going to count this bucket? Brian Dutcher initiating a goaltend review. And let's see, Michael Irving is with the TV crew. And what have they determined? Let's see. No basket, I think, is going to be the call. Magungwath blocked it at the rim. It was called a goaltend by Michael Irving. They're reviewing it. Now, this is an official review, I think, for the Aztecs. And remember, Utah State's already used a review, which means each team is only going to have one review from here on out. Right now, it says Utah State 11-8 over the Aztecs if that bucket doesn't count and the block is clean for Magungwath. Aztecs, again, trailing by 3. B.J. Davis quickly off the bench is going to check in here for Sean Newman. Again, he was the hero. There were a number of them, but he had that bucket with 2.1 seconds left to give the Aztecs the 64-62 lead that they would somehow find a way to hold on to. And let's see, Michael Irving providing an explanation to TV.
After review,
here we go.
The call has been overturned. There's no basket. When the whistle was blown, San Diego State had the ball, so they will retain possession with a new shot clock.
All right, so Aztec ball, not alternating arrows. The block for Guath. It's Guath, Davis, Dixon Waters, Bird, and Simmons. 15:55 to play. 11-8 Aggies. Utah State has had 4 different players with a field goal. No, 5 different players with a field goal. The Aztecs have 4 different players with a field goal. Utah State picking up 1, 2, 2, 3/4 quarters. The Aztecs skip over the timeline into the front court. And now B.J. Davis running point here early in the first half. Skips it for Waters on the right wing. He's guarded by Elamine, who took the ball away. He just ripped it away. I thought a foul might have been called. Now Collins into the front court, top of the key, off for Allen. The Aztecs have turned it over 3 times in 4 minutes. Allen holding on the center circle. Aggies an 11-8 lead. Allen, right wing. Carson Templin has entered, and now Collins elevates for a long 3. Falstaff follows underneath, and he missed inside. Now a foul in the backcourt as Bird is tumbled over by Elamine or Templin. Let's see who the foul is against. So Collins missed his long 3 well short. Falstaff was on the baseline. He missed a putback. That was an air ball. Tried to reverse layup it, and then Bird got tumbled into. 11-8 Aggies, 15-15. Both teams settling into this game. San Diego State 4 of 6 from the floor. Utah State 5 of 8. Davis with the right-handed dribble guarded by Collins for Bird. Bird top of the key, guarded by Elamine. Reversing for Dixon Waters. He's extended 35 feet from the basket. on the right wing for Guath, who puts the ball on the floor and finds Reese Dixon Waters. Back for Guath, right wing, guarded by Templin. Skip pass for Bird. Step back three on its way, and that's an air ball. And it's going to be off of Utah State and staying with the Aztecs, but only 3.5 to shoot. So a couple of air ball threes in both directions. Shot clock at 3.5. B.J. Davis left baseline in the front court will send it in. Aztecs trailing by 3. Aztecs stack up. And it's Dixon Waters straight on, guarded by Templin, driving, getting towards the basket, laying it up and in right before the shot clock expired. It's 11-10. How did he have enough time for that? Aztecs within 1. Aggies basketball front court on the center circle. Drake Allen guarded by Davis. Kobe King at the scores table for Utah State. Allen attacking, laying it up, missing, and Davis has the rebound. Missed at the rim. Davis running. Davis to the basket. Got fouled on his way to the rim in the paint by Mason Falslev on his right arm. Taj DeGorville will check in for San Diego State. There's 14:21 to play in the first half. We've got a good early one. 11-10 Utah State. B.J. Davis making his imprint early on this game. So here is B.J. Davis. And his first free throw is good. So we're tied at 11. Second free throw coming up. Kobe King checks in for Utah State for MJ Collins. Taj DeGorville enters for Miles Bird. 14:21 to play in the half. Davis' second rattles out. Guath the offensive rebound fouled by Elamine on his way up. So that may be the second on Adlin Elamine, the starting four-man for Utah State. He's got 2. And that comes just 5:40 into the game, and that's going to get, I think, Gary Clark off the bench. He's a veteran forward. Hasn't played a ton in this tournament or down the stretch. Played at Texas A&M Corpus Christi throughout his career. And Guath will get 2, and his first is good. Lagoon Guath, what a revelation here in this Mountain West tournament. He's got 3 points to go along with 2 rebounds. Aztecs have reclaimed the lead. They led 2-0 and 4-2. They now lead 12-11. 14:20 remaining. San Diego State with an offensive rebound there. And Guath's second is good. So 3 of 4 at the line for San Diego State. Aztecs out-rebounding the Aggies 5-3. San Diego State leads by 2. Drake Allen has it to our right in the front court. Drops it for Gary Clark, guarded by Guath. Handoff now for Falslev. Ball was loose, but he got it back. He's guarded by DeGorville. On a switch has Guath. Now for Kobe King. Falslev gets it back. And he now drives around Guath and loses the handle as Vern Harris calls a block in the lane on DeGorville. It's one of those 50-50 calls that could have been a charge. And if you have followed Aztec basketball history, you hear the name Vern Harris and you kind of hold your breath. First team foul against the Aztecs is on DeGorville. And here comes Pharaoh Compton into the game at the 14-minute mark. The Las Vegas native, like Taj DeGorville, here at the Thomas & Mack, just off the iconic Las Vegas Strip, where one of these teams will win the auto bid in the Mountain West. Falslev banged up on the play, is taking a moment before shooting free throws. He's also wearing a wrap over his left knee, so something to keep an eye on. 13-11 Aztecs. Falslev's first free throw is good. And Falslev on the year is at 77% from the line. I think he shot just 60% last year. All right, Guath is going to get a breather. Really good early minutes from Magoon. Really good. So Guath checks out with 4 points, 2 rebounds in 6 minutes. And Compton is in for a first time. It's Compton, Dixon Waters, Simmons, DeGorville, and Davis. Falslev at the line with Clark, Templin, Kobe King, and Drake Allen for Utah State. There's the second. It's good. 2 makes. Falslev is hobbling off the floor right now. It's something we're going to need to keep an eye on. So they're going to look at him, I would assume, the training staff. Maybe that's something to do with that knee brace. Tied at 13. 3-quarter court pressure broken easily by the Aztecs in this 13-all game, 6 minutes in. B.J. Davis started by Allen between the rings. Goes between his legs and now behind his back. And now drives towards the basket. High off the glass. Nobody got fouled by Templin coming over to help. So Davis right back to the line. Remember, it was Davis getting downhill against New Mexico late. So he's got confidence right now. Finds a lane, takes advantage. 14 fouls against Utah State. That personal actually on Drake Allen before Templin got there. 2 shots coming up for Davis, and his first is good. So BJ 2 of 3 from the line. The Aztecs 4 of 5. San Diego State a slim 1-point lead, 14-13 at the 13:45 mark. Here in the first half, Davis's second is good. So the Aztecs 5 of 6 from the charity stripe. Utah State with Falstaff on the bench, just getting a breather. And now Allen front court for Clark between the ranks. Right wing for Colby King. Guarded by DeGorville. As we get a whistle and a foul off the ball against Tay Simmons, fighting with Carson Templin. Again, San Diego State without Miles Heide is going to need to protect some of their fouls. And here comes Jeremiah Oden. So Simmons plays the first 6:27. And Jeremiah Oden, who spent a lot of this year starting for the Aztecs, but has also spent some time here late, coming off the bench or not even appearing in recent games as they've shortened the rotation, is going to get some minutes, and some big minutes potentially. Elijah Perryman is checked in as well as a freshman guard. He's going to inbound for Utah State. Left baseline, Perryman. Cutting is King. King doubled, throws it out for Templin. Templin driving. And then finding Clark inside with a nice bounce pass. They go high-low, and Gary Clark is able to score on the layup off the glass. So Gary Clark, averaging about 6.5 points per game, ties the score at 15. Aztecs to our left. The entry pass for Compton, and Clark commits the foul from behind. Utah State fans are up in arms. That's a break for the Aztecs, I think. That was a tough pass for Davis that Compton couldn't handle. That would have been a turnover if not for the reach by Clark. He did reach over the body of Compton, which is often called in that low post position. 5 team fouls against the Aggies. As Davis is going to send it in. And he finds Sixon Waters. Elbow jumper on its way is good. Catch and shoot for Reese Sixon Waters. He's got 6, his third field goal. San Diego State reclaims the 17-15 lead. 13 to play in the first half. Perryman using a Clark screen. Now for Templin straight on. Guarded by Oden. Drives. Takes it to the rim. It's blocked away. Compton was there. Aztecs with the rebound. Dixon Waters in transition for Compton. Top of the key. Now right wing extended for Davis. Couple of Aztec blocks. Now Compton towards the basket. Dump off Oden. Missed the reverse though, and Templin's got the rebound. So Oden missed the reverse off the find from Compton. Utah State basketball trailing by 2. Perryman using a screen, leaning into a 3. No, and Oden's got the rebound. Ahead for DeGorville in transition. San Diego State running. DeGorville into the corner. Davis. His 3-ball long, rebounded strong side by Perryman. Ahead for King. Off for Templin, and he lays it in off the glass. So the Aggies in transition tied up at 17 with 12:10 to play in the half. Davis, a good look at the corner 3, but it led to a long rebound and a transition bucket for the Aggies. DeGorville running point on the left wing. Kills his dribble, needs some help, and he fires it for Compton, top of the key. Compton's taking it to Gary Clark, but Perryman steps in and seals it. 2-on-2. Perryman kicking. Collins, corner 3-ball. Got it. Utah State leads 20-17. The Aztecs have turned it over 4 times. Utah State just once, and now the Aggies lead by 3, 20-17. Aztecs looking for an answer. Davis for Compton in the lane, and he got fouled on his way to the basket at 11:27, and will shoot 2 free throws after a medium. These two teams going back and forth. High scoring early action. 11:27 to play in the first half. It's Utah State, the top seed, 20, and the number 2 seed, San Diego State, 17. This is Aztec basketball on San Diego Sports 760.
With my Amex Gold Card, I can get up to $120 in Uber Cash each year when I add my card to my Uber account. So whether I'm brunching with friends or ordering Uber Eats, Amex Gold helps make the most of Uber in the U.S. Learn more at americanexpress.com/explore-gold. Terms apply.
Refreshing wild cherry cola meets smooth cream. The treat you deserve. Pepsi Wild Cherry and Cream. Treat yourself.
Binge listen this and all your artist stations, plus any song from our library of millions of songs, all ad-free. Get your free 30-day trial of iHeartRadio All Access. You'll love it. Don't be basic, be extra. Start your free 30-day trial of iHeartRadio All Access now.
What's up, Foos? Main event Jey Uso here from the WWE. When it's just me between matches, it's day one-ish. And that means it's Chumba time. With hundreds of casino-style games and new titles arriving weekly, there's always something fresh to try at Chumba Casino. The daily boosts make it even more fun. And have me about to get them all during my downtime. Ready for a fun way to chill out and enjoy a few minutes for yourself? Let's Chumba.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. See T's and C's. 21 plus. Sponsored by Chumba Casino.
It's time to set yourself free from the algorithm. Audio Mac is a different type of music streaming service that lets you discover, download, and do it all for free. Take control of your taste. Get the Audio Mac app now.
Back to Aztecs basketball on the Aztecs Radio Network.
ShopAztecs.com is your official source for team apparel. Get 10% off your next order with promo code RADIO. That's promo code RADIO at ShopAztecs.com. Go Aztecs. San Diego State trailing in the Mountain West Championship to Utah State 20-17. 11:27 remaining in the first half. The Aztecs forward, Pharaoh Compton, will be shooting 2 free throws. Something to monitor is Mason Falslev, the star guard for Utah State, appeared to bang his knee against Taj DeGorville, and we'll see when he returns to this game. He's already wearing a sleeve over his left knee. He is the Mountain West Player of the Year. And Brent, tell me, is it a shin, Brent? No. All right, so maybe a shin injury, lower body injury for Falslev. Again, Utah State's path to the NCAA tournament is a bit clearer than the Aztecs. They have likely already secured their spot based on their regular season. They're 27-6. Projected by most bracketologists is somewhere between a 7 and 9 seed. Meanwhile, the Aztecs are right on the cut line, potentially on the wrong side, needing a win here today to punch their ticket officially with the auto bid out of the Mountain West. So Compton's going to get a couple of free throws. Yeah, Miles Heide out. And he's kind of playing player coach today. He was having a long conversation with Pharaoh Compton a moment ago. He's got a wrist injury. Elsie Harrington out with a leg injury. And you've got Magud returning for Jeremiah Oden. And also Tay Simmons at the scores table, maybe for Compton. Davis, DeGorville, and Bird also out there right now. So Dixon Waters gets a quick breather. And Compton's first free throw is good. Aztecs 6 of 7 from the line. Utah State 2 of 2. Both teams shooting over 50%. The Aztecs 6 of 11. The Aggies 8 of 14. San Diego State has turned it over 4 times, and that's led to 7 points already for Utah State. As Compton's second is a swish. Full check out for Tay Simmons. Nice job by Compton at the line, also with the block defensively. Everyone's going to be needed here today. All hands on deck for the Aztecs against this Aggies attack. 20-19 Utah State. Kobe King will put it in for Collins. And San Diego State will drop off as they initially picked up full court. DeGorville backing up. Kobe King, the 6'1 senior out of Florida, finds the freshman Elijah Perryman. He's guarded by Davis outside. Now using a Gary Clark screen. Still has Davis on the right wing. For Collins, guarded by Bird. And it's poked away, and that is off of Bird out of bounds on the near side. Nice job by Bird to get his hand in and poke it free. 12 to shoot, 11-10 to play in the first half. Aztecs trailing 20-19. And Collins, the Vanderbilt transfer with the white headband, sends it in for Perryman. Guarded by Davis between the rings. Still has it. Shot clock at 5. Perryman gets it back. He's on the wing. Drives, kicks for Templin. He'll elevate with the 3-ball. No follow slam, no for Collins. MJ Collins, the 6'4 senior, with the putback slam. That was ferocious. 22-19 off the Templin miss. Aztecs trailing by 3. Now DeGorville kills his dribble. He's in trouble. Finds Guath between the circles. Up high, guarded by Clark. Guath bouncing it for DeGorville, guarded by King. DeGorville now driving with the left hand. Goes behind his back. Lost it, got it back. Finds Bird in the right corner. Bird elevates for 3. It's short. Long rebound for Utah State and Perryman. He's running, kicking. Collins, 3-ball. No, but a foul is called where? Underneath against the Aztecs. So Utah State will retain possession off the missed 3 from MJ Collins. So the first on Bird, Utah State with a 22-19 lead. Their largest lead was 5. Aztecs' largest lead has been 2. Midway through the first half, Third team foul against the Aztecs, already 6 against Utah State. Perryman's going to put it in with Collins, King, Clark, and Templin on the floor right now for the Aggies. And the inbound for Clark. Clark muscling his way inside, scores, and a foul as well. Split a double and finished with the right hand and can extend a 5-point lead right now for Utah State. 24-19. Utah State. Collins providing energy for the Aggies. Again, Falslev still on the bench, the talented senior guard for Utah State. Reese Dixon-Waters is going to come back in. The foul for San Diego State, who was that on? It's on B.J. Davis's first. So no Aztec has more than one. Elamine has 2 for Utah State. They lead 24-19. 10-17 to play in the first half. High scoring against this Aztec defense. They're shooting 56% as Clark's free throw is good. So Utah State 3 of 3 from the line. They've got their largest lead. 25-19. The Aztecs didn't trail by more than 5 yesterday. They trail by 6 now against the top seed Aggies. Left wing Dixon-Waters for DeGorville between the rings. Now it's the corner for Reese. Guarded by Templin. Elevating for a 3-ball and connecting again. Reese Dixon-Waters has 9. Quickly ahead for Templin. In transition, lost it, and he ripped it back from Simmons. Kicking corner. King tries to answer with a 3. No. Davis skies for the rebound. Aztecs dodge a bullet. Ahead for Simmons. Simmons underneath, blocked at the rim by Clark. Incredibly, Utah State ball. They lead by 3. Perryman, front court, guarded by Davis. Driving, dumping it off for Clark. Clark muscling his way inside, missing. Simmons the rebound. What action right now. Davis ahead for Dixon-Waters left wing, nearly lost it out of bounds. Now Dixon-Waters driving. He's cut off. In the corner, out for Simmons. Right wing DeGorville. Aztecs trailing by 3. DeGorville driving, dumping it off for Simmons, but stolen away by Perryman. Ahead for King, who lays it in. Aztecs turnovers have hurt them, and they've been beaten transition. 27-22 Aggies. Left wing DeGorville. Now further left for Dixon-Waters. DeGorville gets it back. Now we'll spin it out for Davis. Sean Newman at the scores table. 8:50 to play in the first half. Aggies lead by 5. Now Davis driving on the baseline, still circling. His jumper, no. Guath fighting for the offensive rebound. They missed the slam. Templin was there, and Guath missed the slam. Templin's arm was in the basket. They don't call it. That's what Guath was looking for. Maybe not. Wow, a big miss inside. Utah State with the ball in a 5-point lead. Perryman running point. Guarded by Davis. Now circling King at the free throw line. Using a Clark screen. Pulls up jumper. No, but a foul is called against Simmons by the near side official, Randy Richardson, on the jump shot. So now Simmons has a pair of fouls. And the Aggies can extend out their 27-22 lead. Just frantic pace back and forth with big swings. Aztecs failing to capitalize at the rim on the missed dunk. And now Utah State can extend their 5-point advantage. And it looks like they're going to get Mason Falslev as well back into the game, along with Drake Allen and Zach Keller. They're starting center, along with Tucker Anderson, their 6'9 junior, who has yet to appear in this game. So good minutes from the second unit for Jared Calhoun. Utah State by 5 with 8:15 to play. And the first free throw is no good, off all parts of the rim. Aggies have led for most of the first half as DeGorville and Simmons check out and Bird and Newman return. 8:15 to play in this frantic first half. Utah State by 5. Kobe King second coming up. King, a 78% free throw shooter. He's got 2 points today, and his second pops out. Guath has the rebound for SDSU. So the Aztecs avoid falling behind further. They weave outside with Davis, who lost it near center court, but got it back. Now handing off for Newman, guarded by King. Right wing for Bird. He's guarded by Allen all the way outside. Whipping it inside for Newman. Newman, free throw line jumper on its way. Long, Guath, another offensive rebound. Put back is good for Magoon. He's been terrific. 6 points, 5 rebounds for Magoon. San Diego State with another offensive rebound. They've had 5 of those. They've pulled to within 3. 27-24. Under 8 to play in the half. Drake Allen on the near side, near center court. Using a screen. Davis has him on the outside. Beyond the arc. Kicks it into the corner for King. King driving. Cut off. Draws a double. Out for Anderson. Back for Allen. Allen. Pull up 3-ball. Rimming. No. Keller fighting for it as the offensive rebound. And Dixon Waters commits the foul. The 6th against the Aztecs on the floor. So each team has had second chances. Both teams have 8 second chance points. And Utah State will retain possession after this media timeout. 27-24 Utah State over San Diego State. 7:17 remaining in the first half. This is Aztec basketball on San Diego Sports 760. Hey.
Liberty Mutual customize this song for you. Like your car insurance, it's custom too, yeah. Liberty Mutual's got the coverage that could save you money. Thanks to Doug and Limu, well now you can go and take that cruise. Liberty, 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 yeah.
Refreshing wild cherry cola meets smooth cream. The treat you deserve. Pepsi Wild Cherry and Cream. Treat yourself.
Binge listen this and all your artist stations, plus any song from our library of millions of songs, all ad-free. Get your free 30-day trial of iHeartRadio All Access. You'll love it. Don't be basic, be extra. Start your free 30-day trial of iHeartRadio All Access now.
Upgrade your music without paying extra. AudioMac gives you free on-demand streaming and offline listening. No subscriptions needed. Just hit play. AudioMac. More music, less spending.
Get the fastest local alerts and accurate 24/7 forecasts with WeatherBug. It's easy to use and provides real-time customizable alerts so the weather never takes you by surprise. Plan every day with confidence. Download the free WeatherBug app from the App Store now.
We go back to the court for more Aztecs basketball on the Aztecs Radio Network.
Kaiser Permanente offers many convenient options to get and stay healthy. From online tools and mobile apps to telephone and video appointments to 26 medical offices and 3 hospitals. You can count on us to help you thrive. Another good one here in Sin City, where the Aggies of Utah State lead the Aztecs of San Diego State 27-24 with 7:17 to play in the first half. John Schaefer with you courtside. Ben Fletcher will have your halftime coverage from our San Diego Sports 760 studios. Each team will be in the bonus on the next foul, as each side has recorded 16 fouls. Utah State has shot it well, 50%. Aztecs a clip below that at 44%. San Diego State 1 of 4 from 3. Utah State 2 of 8. Aztecs 7 of 8 from the free throw line. Utah State 3 of 5. Now the Aztecs' 5 turnovers have led to 9 points already for Utah State. Individually, Reese Dixon Waters has done his part, 9 points, including a 3. He's 4 of 5 from the floor. Magoon Guath has 6 points and 5 rebounds for the Aztecs. Aggies inbounding off the foul against Dixon Waters, his first. Tay Simmons has 2. Adlin Alameen, the freshman forward for Utah State, has 2. Drake Allen inbounding baseline left front court for Utah State. And he's going to send it in for Collins in the corner. He'll drive the baseline, kick for Falslev. He got Bird in the air. He will drive and dish, and Allen slams it. Wow. All the penetration from Falslev and the drop-off for the guard Allen, and it's 29-24. And they'll apply full court pressure immediately on Sean Newman. The pass, though, ahead for Bird. Aztecs running. Bird dumps it up, and a blocking foul is called underneath. And that's going to be against Zach Keller. Aztecs catch a break because Bird ran over him in the paint. I'm getting another look at it. Now, again, it was kind of off to the side of Keller, and unless you get fully in front of the offensive player, they will call that. I think it's probably often going to be called an offensive foul, so that benefits San Diego State. 29-24. Utah State over San Diego State. 7 of the Aztecs, 24 points at the line. And again, Utah State shooting 12 of 23 as Brian Dutcher paces the sideline to our right. And Bird's free throw is good. This is a front end of a 1-and-1, so that was big. 29-25. Aztecs trailing by 4. 6:55 to play in the first half. Bird's got 3. Bird shooting in front of the Utah State students to our left, and his second free throw is good. Guath went down hard in that play, but gets up immediately. 3-point game. Can the Aztecs get a stop? 6:50 in the first half as Allen brings it up with Newman on him. And now Falslev on the wing, guarded by Bird. Falslev using a screen straight on. Looking for a curling MJ Collins. He will rise, fire, and nail a 3. MJ Collins, the top scorer for the Aggies, has 10, his second 3. And Utah State leads by 6, 32-26. 3 first-half threes for the Aggies. Dixon Waters, guarded by Tucker Anderson. Kills his dribble for Guath, extended left wing. Guath puts the ball on the floor. Guath driving in, lost the handle, got it back. It's loose, though, on the floor. Allen's got it. Ahead for Falslev. Another turnover for San Diego State. There's 6. Drop off Anderson. Open look at a right wing 3. It's long. Bird has the weak side rebound. Tucker Anderson, the 6'9" forward, hit a big 3 last year against the Aztecs at Viejas and a come from behind win. Missed it there. Aztecs trailing by 6, under 6 minutes to play in the half. Newman angling right for Dixon Waters. He's guarded by Anderson. And now Dixon Waters still outside. Step back 3 on its way, and good! Reese has 12, and the Aztecs pull to within 3. What a half for RDW. Reese Dixon Waters. It's a 3-point game. Aztecs not going away. Front court, Drake Allen. Guarded by Newman. Using a false left screen. Looking for a circling Collins. Collins guarded by Dixon Waters. Now backs out with Dixon Waters on him. On this near side, using a screen, rises again for 3. This one is short, and Bird has the rebound. There's an Aggie down behind the play. The Aztecs, as they hurry ahead, have a 5-on-4. And now Tucker Anderson get back into the play. Bird fires the 3, and that's good. It was actually Zach Geller down behind the plays, holding his left shoulder. Bird was open from the wing, and we're tied up. A 6-0 run. Back-to-back threes from Reese Dixon Waters and Miles Bird. And Utah State takes a timeout. The Aztecs off the ropes. Responding here with 5:03 to play. What a half. Each team shooting 50%. 6-0 run over the last 2 possessions. Aztecs 3 of 6 from 3. They had struggled from beyond the arc in this tournament. Around 20% yesterday in the win over New Mexico, and just 1 of 11 the day prior against Colorado State, but those were wins. Meanwhile, Utah State has hit 3 threes as well, but on 11 tries. Aztecs have gotten to the line where they're 9 of 10. The Aggies 3 of 5. San Diego State, what's been costly is the turnovers. 6 turnovers have led to 9 points off turnovers for the Aggies, but San Diego State's been really good on the glass. +3, 14-11 rebounding advantage. Adlin Alamin will re-enter with 2 personal fouls. He's out there with Carson Templin, the big forward for Utah State. He's 6'9", 230 pounds. He'll be matched up with Farrell Compton, Drake Allen, MJ Collins, and Mason Falslev as well. 5 to play in the first half. Winner to the NCAA tournament by auto bid. Allen quickly front court far side with Sean Newman draped on him. Now for Collins, extended right, guarded by Reese Dixon Waters. Now Falslev, guarded by Davis. Driving and kicking. Extra pass, Elamine. Lean in 3. Short on the floor. Bird the rebound. It was a good look. Now Davis. Racing front court. Davis. Still dribbling with the right hand. And now will dribble out and run the point with Newman off ball. 4:30 to play in the half. Davis still has it outside with 15 to shoot as they set up a play. Now Davis coming far side with 10 to shoot. Looking for Dixon Waters, who was held underneath, but a foul called off the ball against the Aztecs. Was that on Compton? So Farrell Compton whistled for the foul off the ball. I missed it. And that's 7 against the Aztecs. It comes with the Aztecs on offense, so will not result in a 1-and-1. It was a moving screen. Thank you, Brent. Tied at 32, 4:20 to play in the half. Utah State from left to right in their home whites as the top seed in this tournament. Gary Clark checking back in, guarded by Compton outside. Now Allen, guarded by Compton, and now a whistle and an offensive foul against the Aggies. And we'll go the other way. This was off the ball. Comes with 4:11. It's on Gary Clark, and he has 2. So the veteran forward Clark off the bench has 2. Adlin Al-Amin came in briefly, fired a 3 and missed and checked out. Newman, Davis, Dixon, Waters, Compton, and Bird. As we approach 4 minutes to play in the half, tied at 32. Aztecs are weaving outside. Newman has it straight on right now. He's guarded by Clark, who'll attack and kick for Davis in the left corner. Davis dribbling out to the wing. Now for Newman, 10 to shoot on the center circle. Newman at 7, guarded by Clark, using a screen. Now has Templin. His step back 3 on its way. Off the mark, on the floor, clear out. MJ Collins has it. Tough shot there for Newman, nearly wet. Now Allen in the front court. Newman on him on this near side. To our right, tied at 32. 3:30 to play in the half. Next whistle's immediate timeout. They weave outside. Allen gets it back. Using a false left screen. He'll slip and then lay it in with the finger roll. And nobody was home for the Aztecs underneath. Utah State answers the 6-0 run and reclaims a 34-32 lead. 2-point advantage for the Aggies. San Diego State into the front court. Bounce for Compton. Compton spinning, getting towards the basket, missing. Put back, nobody got fouled. And will shoot 2 after immediate timeout. Nice job by Compton to follow up on the miss and get rewarded with a couple of free throws after this medium. San Diego State hanging around, trailing by 2. Winner take all final here in Vegas. 34-32 Aggies. Who's that foul on? Was that on El-Amin? And if it is, that is, or was it Gary Clark? Gary Clark has 3 fouls now in the first half. We'll take a timeout. Aggies lead by 2. Stay here on San Diego Sports 760.
From taco night in Tulum to sushi in Tokyo, make every bite rewarding with gold from Amex. Wherever you dine, 4 times membership rewards points at restaurants worldwide are piling up. Learn more at americanexpress.com/explore-gold. Terms and points cap apply.
Binge listen this and all your artist stations, plus any song from our library of millions of songs, all ad-free. Get your free 30-day trial of iHeartRadio All Access. You'll love it. Don't be basic, be extra. Start your free 30-day trial of iHeartRadio All Access now.
Upgrade your music without paying extra. Audio Mac gives you free on-demand streaming and offline listening. No subscriptions needed. Just hit play. Audio Mac. More music, less spending.
Get the fastest local alerts and accurate 24/7 forecasts with WeatherBug. It's easy to use and provides real-time customizable alerts so the weather never takes you by surprise. Plan every day with confidence. Download the free WeatherBug app from the App Store now.
Other wireless carriers tell you when to pay. Text now as, what do you need? It's app-first phone service without commitments, credit checks, or carrier attitude. Built for people who stopped asking for permission. Download today.
Flag football is exploding, and iFlag is leading the way. As the Guinness World Record holder, iFlag hosts premier flag football tournaments nationwide for boys, girls, high school girls, and adults. From first-time players to elite competitors, iFlag delivers top-level competition, unforgettable experiences, and a community built around the game. Ready to be part of it? Join the movement. Find your tournament and learn more at iflag.org. That's iflag.org.
Aztecs basketball continues. Here's the voice of the Aztecs, John Schaefer.
Aztec basketball fans, take your fandom to the next level with an ice cold, refreshing Pepsi. Pepsi, official sponsor of San Diego State Athletics. So, reserve forward Gary Clark, a fifth-year senior, has 3 first-half fouls. Did have 5 points as well, so he'll sit. And the Aztecs trailing 34-32 will have Pharaoh Compton shooting 2 free throws after this media timeout with 3 minutes to play in the first half. It's been entertaining. Aztecs and Aggies going back and forth. Utah State has had slim leads for most of the first half. Aztecs have had some early leads, although they haven't led since the 13-11 mark at 17-15. Utah State's largest lead was 6. That was 32-26, but right now their lead is 34-32. Again, the winner to the NCAA tournament by automatic bid. Selection Sunday is just about 24 hours out. Aztecs down both LZ Harrington with the leg injury, the freshman point guard, and Miles Heide, who suffered a wrist injury yesterday, is unavailable. And in street clothes on the sideline for the Aztecs. So what San Diego State's done really well in the first half is get to the line. They're 9 of 10. They've coughed it up 7 times. It's a big number for the Aztecs. It's led to 9 points for Utah State. Utah State has outscored the Aztecs 9-2 off turnovers. San Diego State, though, +4 on the rebounding. Utah State, though, has gotten into the paint against the Aztecs. They've outscored San Diego State 20-10 in the paint. Newman, Bird, Dixon, Waters, Davis, and Farrell Compton at the line shooting a pair. 34-32, Aggies lead as Compton's free throw rims out. A little bit of a line drive there from Farrell. So he's 2 of 3. Came in at 63% on the year. Guath heading to the scores table. And Compton's second is short and rebounded by the Aggies. 2 misses. Zach Keller with the rebound. He left with the shoulder, has returned. So an empty possession for San Diego State inside 3 minutes to play. Allen handling outside. In a 2-man game, gives it to Falslev on the left wing. He started by Davis. And now Falslev driving, spinning, getting to the basket. No, and on the floor, who's got it? It's going to be last touch by whom? Utah State out of bounds to the Aztecs. Falslev missed at close range. Templin's looking for a review. Who's down behind the play for the Aztecs? Who's down behind the play? Is that Reese? Reese Dixon Waters slow to get up for San Diego State. He's got 12 first half points. Now he's hopping up. All right, that's a good sign for the Aztecs. He's been everything in this first half. 5 of 6. 12 points. Here we go. Utah State will not use their last challenge in the first half. 34-32, 2:30 to play. Newman front court. Newman driving on King, cut off on the near side. Now getting downhill into the paint. Kicks for Davis. He's guarded by Falslev. Now Davis to the right elbow. Backpedals out on the right wing. Still has it with Falslev on him. Pulls up. Finds Guath inside. Guath off the glass. Missed it a bit strong. He rushed the shot in the paint from about 8 feet. Utah State the rebound. Allen on the drive. Allen at the rim. Draws a double. Allen still has it. Leans. Misses. And this is knocked out of bounds off of Utah State. Back to the Aztecs. So Allen missing at point-blank range. Team's cooled off a little bit here. MJ Collins checks back in for Colby King, the backup 2-guard for Utah State. Let's see. Taj DeGorville's going to return. 2:02 in the half. He's going to come in for Sean Newman. So you've got DeGorville with Davis, Guath, Dixon, Waters, and Bird. Utah State by a pair. 2 minutes to play in the first half. In the third meeting this year between these two powers in the Mountain West. Davis on the left wing loses the handle off of Templin out of bounds on the near side. It'll stay with the Aztecs. Again, 7 turnovers for San Diego State in the half. Inbound for DeGorville between the circles. DeGorville left-handed dribble on the left wing. Met by Allen. Now tries to dribble out of it. Lost the handle and now gets a timeout, I think. He took that first half, use it or lose it as he fell over. That's a good timeout by Taj. Comes at 1:44 with 12 to shoot. And the Aztecs, again, trailing 34-32. San Diego State hasn't scored in over 3 minutes. 3 minutes and 20 seconds, in fact. You know, you look at Taj DeGorville, and he had a big game against Utah State earlier this year. 12 points, 8 assists at home. Today he's played 6 minutes off the bench, and he's still looking for his first shot. So Reese Dixon Waters, he's got 12. MJ Collins has 10 to lead the Aggies. And it'll be Aztec ball with 1:44 remaining in the half, with Utah State leading 34-32. Aztecs have the most titles in league history. Utah State, since joining the league about a decade ago, has 6 league titles. San Diego State is 16th all time between regular season and tournament. 1:44 in the half. Bird near side front court inbounding for BJ Davis with Guath, DeGorville, and Dixon Waters out there. Davis driving. Davis leaning in, throws it up, pops out. Templin the rebound. He was right at the rim. It just wouldn't fall. 90 seconds in the half. Utah State with the ball and a 2-point lead. Allen pressured outside, bouncing it for Falslev between the rings, guarded by Dixon Waters. Falslev looking for some help. Throws it at the free throw line for Keller. He's guarded by Guath. Now out for Allen in front of the Aztec bench. On a switch, he's got Guath. Now for Falslev. Back for Allen on the wing. Shot clock at 5. Here's Templin putting the ball on the floor for Collins. A shot blocked away by Bird. Ball is loose, and the 3 is fired up. And they're going to say that was before the shot clock violation. Templin misses at the rim, and then Guath is fouled. And Templin goes down hard. It was a wild sequence. It looked like the shot clock expired. The shot missed. Then on the floor, Templin smartly came up with it and missed and fouled Guath. And will walk the floor for a 1-and-1 for Magoon. 58.4 to play. 34-32 Utah State. And they will review this because Guath was swinging his elbows as he came away with it on Templin, which could be a flagrant 1 potentially. See if they show it again up here.
Players under review.
So they're going to look at it for a possible flagrant foul, I think, against Guath. And that, of course, would be a big swing potentially. All right, I don't have the benefit of replay here. Yeah, but I'm going to try to pull it up. 58.4 to play in this really physical, hard-fought first half. And again, the Aztecs right now trailing by 2. We were walking the floor for a Guath 1-on-1. What do you think? They just showed it. I missed it. No. I don't think so. They're talking it over with the rules analysts on TV. I mean, again, I'm biased, but it wasn't up by the head or neck area. Brent, tell me if you think differently. But they're looking at it. CBS does not think it's a flagrant. Remember the last time Gene Steratore checked in, he said the Aztecs would have the ball down 1 at the pit, and the officials in the building actually ruled that New Mexico had the ball. And they're going to say no flagrant. It was a very quick review.
The previous play stands as called. Be 2 free throws for San Diego State.
Yes, that was the 10th team foul against Utah State. So Guath will shoot 2. Man, Guath has provided some great minutes here today and all weekend long. 6 points, 6 rebounds, and 14 first-half minutes. No Miles Heide. Magoon Guath has had to step up. He might play 30-plus minutes today if he can. No other option to get to the NCAA tournament potentially other than winning this game. So Guath is going to be shooting here. And it's to our left. And his first free throw is on its way and good. So Magoon Guath makes it a 1-point game. He's 3 of 3 from the line. Aztecs better from the line today. 10 of 13. 1-point game with 58 seconds remaining in the half. The slugfest as expected. Second. Rimming, no. On the floor. DeGorville fighting for it, saves it. Out for Guath. Now DeGorville gets it back. An offensive rebound for the Aztecs. 15 to shoot, 50 to play. DeGorville driving off the glass and in. Taj gives the Aztecs a lead. Now Falslev in transition. Running, cut off. Looking for Collins in the corner. He's met by Dixon Waters. Now straight on for Allen. Guarded by Davis. Aztecs fans rise. Allen on a switch as Bird. For Falslev. Dumping it in for Templin. He's underneath and blocked at the rim. Now Dixon Waters. And he was bumped by Falslev. No call. Ahead for Davis. Corner to DeGorville. Shot clock is off. They can hold if they want. Shot clock is off. Alertly ties DeGorville backs it out. Aztec fans rise. San Diego State by a point. Still 10 seconds. He's outside at 8. Now it's 7. Shake and bake on Keller. Driving again. Dishing, stolen by Collins. He'll heave from half court at the buzzer. No. And that'll do it for a wild first half in Vegas. Aztecs by a point at the intermission in a first half where Utah State led most of the way. I don't even know how we got here, but here we are. And would you want it any other way? With 20 minutes to decide the tournament champion in the Mountain West, the final year for these two programs in this league, the 27th year for the Aztecs overall in the Mountain West. Both of these programs will be in the Pac-12 next season. What a game. Aztecs 35, the 2 seed. Aggies 34, the 1 seed. And plenty, I mean plenty, to talk about at the intermission with Ben Fletcher coming up. What a game we have. The Aztecs can taste it, but so can the Aggies. Again, San Diego State likely needs a win today to get to the NCAA tournament. Utah State is firmly in the field, but both teams want to walk away with the tournament championship here this afternoon. What an environment. Probably about 10,000 or so in the building. We'll take a timeout. Ben Fletcher on the other side with your halftime report on San Diego Sports 760.
San Diego Sports 760 KGB and KGB FM HD2 San Diego, an iHeart radio station.
Pro drivers live for race day, but for small business owners, every day is race day. That's why going pro with Lenovo Pro matters. One-on-one advice, IT solutions, and customized hardware powered by Intel Core Ultra processors keep your business on the right track. Business goes pro with Lenovo Pro. Sign up for free at lenovo.com/pro.
Lenovo.
And Doug. There's nowhere I wouldn't go to help someone customize and save on car insurance with Liberty Mutual, even if it means sitting front row at a comedy show.
Hey, everyone, check out this guy and his bird. What is this, your first date?
Oh, no. We help people customize and save on car insurance with Liberty Mutual together. We're married. Me to a human, him to a bird.
Yeah, the bird looks out of your league anyways.
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Binge listen this and all your artist stations, plus any song from our library of millions of songs, all ad-free. Get your free 30-day trial of iHeartRadio All Access. You'll love it. Don't be basic, be extra. Start your free 30-day trial of iHeartRadio All Access now.
Your next favorite artist is on AudioMac. Stream new music for free. Discover the hottest rising sounds and download the listen offline anytime. Get the AudioMac app now and be there before they blow up.
Cold and flu season? Yep, it's here. Sweetie, don't use your shirt. Here, use a Kleenex tissue. You can't predict sick days, but with Kleenex lotion tissues, you can be ready. That napkin's rough. Here, this will feel better. Kleenex lotion has 3-in-1 skin-loving benefits that protect, soothe, and moisturize your skin. This cold and flu season, keep your skin feeling cared for with Kleenex lotion. For whatever happens next, grab Kleenex.
20 down, 20 to go. This is Aztecs at the Half. We're looking at highlights, stats, and more. Brought to you by Viejas Casino Resort. Unparalleled elegance, unequaled extravagance, unrivaled excitement. Here's your host, Ben Fletcher.
San Diego State goes into halftime with a 1-point, 35-34 lead. A very evenly played first half between San Diego State and Utah State for the Mountain West Tournament Championship. This game had 4 lead changes, was tied 6 times, was tied for 4 minutes and 7 seconds in the first half, as these two teams, the best of the Mountain West all year long, played it pretty much even. 44% from the field for the Aztecs, 40% from the field for Utah State. San Diego State was 11 of 25. Utah State 14 of 35. The Aztecs made 3 threes. Utah State made 3 threes. San Diego State's one edge was at the free throw line where they were 10 of 14. Utah State just 3 of 5. The Aztecs did turn the ball over 8 times in the first half, which needs to be fixed up in the second half. Although Utah State scoring just 9 points off of those turnovers. Rebounding numbers are very, very similar. San Diego State does have the edge overall in the game, but each team was 7 offensive rebounds and 10 second chance points. San Diego State a little behind Utah State in bench points. The Aztecs was 7, Utah State with 9. Individual performers so far, MJ Collins for Utah State has been terrific. He had 10 points in the first half, 4 of 8 from the field. Reese Dixon Waters for San Diego State, 12 first half points, 5 of 6 from the field, 2 of 2 from beyond the arc. Magoon Guath also adding in 7 points, 2 of 5 from the field. All right, at San Diego Sports 760, the Aztecs have a 1-point, 35-34 lead over the Utah State Aggies in the Mountain West Championship game with their tournament lives on the line for the NCAA tournament, which Selection Sunday is tomorrow here on San Diego Sports 760. You're listening to Aztecs at the Half, presented by Viejas Casino Resort.
In the heat of battle, your squad relies on you. Don't let them down. Unlock elite gaming tech at Lenovo.com. Dominate every match with next-level speed, seamless streaming, and performance that won't quit. Push your gameplay beyond performance with Intel Core Ultra processors for the next era of gaming. Upgrade to smooth, high-quality streaming with Intel Wi-Fi 6E and maximize game performance with enhanced overclocking. Win the tech search. Power up at Lenovo.com.
Lenovo.
At Liberty Mutual, we love helping people with things like customizing car insurance, just like how we customize a song for you. Catered country tune. Liberty Mutual, saving you bucks by protecting your truck. Cause Birdie told me to only pay for what I need. Thank you, Limu. Always trusting Limu with Liberty, 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 Liberty.
Binge listen this and all your artist stations, plus any song from our library of millions of songs, all ad-free. Get your free 30-day trial of iHeartRadio All Access. You'll love it. Don't be basic, be extra. Start your free 30-day trial of iHeartRadio All Access now.
It's time to set yourself free from the algorithm. Audio Mac is a different type of music streaming service that lets you discover, download, and do it all for free. Take control of your taste. Get the Audio Mac app now.
No one knows what the future holds, but you deserve a weather app that can help. WeatherBug is easy to use and provides forecasts for your every need, from storm warnings to pollen levels, right at your fingertips. Get the fastest local alerts and comprehensive 10-day forecasts wherever you are. It's hyper-local, real-time, customizable alerts. Make sure the weather never takes you by surprise, so you can plan every day with confidence. Download the free WeatherBug app from the App Store today and start getting accurate weather forecasts 24/7.
Locked-in monthly wireless plans were built for another era. Text Now is app first. Free talk and text, real 5G coverage, and service you switch up in an instant. Download Text Now and connect in minutes.
Other wireless carriers tell you when to pay. Text Now asks, what do you need? It's app-first phone service without commitments, credit checks, or carrier attitude. Built for people who stopped asking for permission. Download today.
As Aztecs at the half continues. How did we get here? This is the play of the first half, plus halftime highlights.
5 all day yesterday. Here's Simmons coming and slamming it over Elamine. Nice find from Bird. It's 9-6.
Tay Simmons with instant energy in the game for San Diego State. They have a 35-34 lead over Utah State after 20 minutes of play. Tay Simmons would finish the first half with just 2 points. That was his only field goal of the half because he had 2 fouls and sat for a lot of the first half. Reese Dixon-Waters was the story for San Diego State as we continue on with the first half highlights. How about Reese knocking down a jumper?
Davis is going to send it in, and he finds Dixon-Waters. Elbow jumper on its way is good. Catch and shoot for Reese Dixon-Waters. He's got 6, his third field goal.
The patented Reese Dixon-Waters jumper where the ball hardly gets above the rim. It is a laser beam that he fires in there, and that's the same from the elbow as it is from deep.
Now it's the corner for Reese. Guarded by Templin. Elevating for a 3-ball and connecting again. Reese Dixon-Waters has 9.
Reese Dixon-Waters with excellent minutes for San Diego State in the first half. Magoon Guath was the story last night. How about Magoon Guath making his impact known on today?
Whipping it inside for Newman. Newman, free throw line jumper on its way. Long, Guath, another offensive rebound. Put back is good for Magoon. He's been terrific. 6 points, 5 rebounds for Magoon.
Magoon Guath would finish the first half with 6 rebounds, just an absolute force on the interior in the biggest moment of the season. Reese Dixon-Waters wasn't finished yet. This one was a little shake and bake and a step back.
Angling right for Dixon-Waters. He's guarded by Anderson. And now Dixon-Waters still outside. Step back 3 on its way and good. Reese has 12 and the Aztecs pull to within 3.
Reese Dixon-Waters leading all scorers with 12 points in the first half on 5 of 6 shooting. But how about Taj DeGorville stepping up? San Diego State down a point. He takes it to the rack.
DeGorville fighting for it, saves it. Out for Guath. Now DeGorville gets it back. An offensive rebound for the Aztecs. 15 to shoot, 50 to play. DeGorville driving off the glass and in. Taj gives the Aztecs a lead.
It was a 1-point lead, 35-34, and that's what we went into the half at. San Diego State with a 1-point lead over Utah State in the Mountain West Tournament Championship game. If San Diego State wins, we will hear their name called tomorrow. If not, it is up to the selection committee, and it doesn't look great. Big 20 minutes coming up. We'll give you keys to a second-half victory for the San Diego State Aztecs. On the other side, this is Aztecs at the half, presented by Viejas Casino Resort.
With the American Express Platinum Card, you can access over $3,500 in annual value with benefits and eligible purchases across travel, entertainment, and more. There's nothing like Platinum. Learn more at americanexpress.com/explore-platinum. Enrollment requirements, monthly and other limits and terms apply.
Binge listen this and all your artist stations, plus any song from our library of millions of songs, all ad-free. Get your free 30-day trial of iHeartRadio All Access. You'll love it. Don't be basic, be extra. Start your free 30-day trial of iHeartRadio All Access now.
Refreshing wild cherry cola meets smooth cream. The treat you deserve. Pepsi Wild Cherry and Cream. Treat yourself.
It's time to set yourself free from the algorithm. Audio Mac is a different type of music streaming service that lets you discover, download, and do it all for free. Take control of your taste. Get the Audio Mac app now.
Get the fastest local alerts and accurate 24/7 forecasts with WeatherBug. It's easy to use and provides real-time customizable alerts so the weather never takes you by surprise. Plan every day with confidence. Download the free WeatherBug app from the App Store now.
Shopping with your parents can be embarrassing.
Why would they sell jeans with holes in them? I'm going to speak to the manager.
Mom!
That hoodie is giving. You should get it. YOLO.
Thanks to the Chase mobile app, your kid can shop independently while you keep an eye on their spending. So you can go from
we can be twinsies
to
how was shopping? Saw you stayed on budget.
Thanks, Mom. Freedom for kids, control for parents. That's family banking from Chase.
Account subject to approval. Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Message and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank N.A. member FDIC.
How can the Aztecs bring home a win today? These are the keys to the second half.
San Diego State with a 1-point lead over Utah State entering into the half. A very evenly played first half. The biggest key for San Diego State is to clean up the turnovers and start forcing some turnovers. San Diego State with 8 turnovers in the first half, forcing just 2 from Utah State. That's Utah State's game, man. They play a very efficient brand of basketball. You got to get them out of their comfort zone in the second half. This is the type of game they play. You'll stay close in the first half, and they'll put you on a run in the second half and just get out in front. So keep Utah State's turnovers forced down and start bumping up some turnovers on the other side for San Diego State. John Schaefer will take you the rest of the way. Right after the game, coaches will be interviewed. Hopefully the Aztecs are cutting down some nets 20 minutes from right now. It's San Diego Sports 760. This has been Aztecs at the Half.
You've been listening to Aztecs at the Half, brought to you by Viejas Casino Resort. Unparalleled elegance, unequaled extravagance, unrivaled excitement. The second half of Aztecs basketball looms. Stand by for the Scarlet and Black on the Aztecs Radio Network.
Other wireless carriers tell you when to pay. Text Now asks, what do you need? It's app-first phone service without commitments, credit checks, or carrier attitude. Built for people who stopped asking for permission. Download today.
Flag football is exploding, and iFlag is leading the way. As the Guinness World Record holder, iFlag hosts premier flag football tournaments nationwide for boys, girls, high school girls, and adults. From first-time players to elite competitors, iFlag delivers top-level competition, unforgettable experiences, and a community built around the game. Ready to be part of it? Join the movement. Find your tournament and learn more at iflag.org. That's iflag.org.
Sleep. Finally. Just 3 weeks of Headspace has proven to help you sleep better, so you can feel your best all day long. Fall asleep faster. Stay asleep longer. And right now, get 40% off. Go to headspace.com.
Sound familiar? At Mattress Firm, we understand there are many problems that can keep you up at night, like snoring, aches and pains, or sleeping hot. Our sleep experts have the unrivaled know-how to match you with a mattress that can help. And now at Mattress Firm, save up to $700 plus get a free adjustable base with select Sealy mattresses. For the great sleep you deserve, visit Mattress Firm. We make sleep easy. Restrictions apply. See store or website for details.
Hey, it's Ryan Seacrest for Jewel Osco. Are you looking for a refresh this spring? Make sure you take some time for self-care with savings on all your favorite hair care essentials now through March 31st. Shop in-store or online for participating hair care items from Pantene, Head & Shoulders, Aussie, and Old Spice, and earn 4 times points. Points can be redeemed later for discounts on groceries or gas. Offer ends March 31st. Restrictions apply. Promotions may vary. Visit jewelosco.com for more details.
Attention parents, watch your child go from ABCs to confident readers in just 30 days with Hooked on Phonics. It only takes 15 minutes a day to unlock the most important life skill for their future, reading. We transform kids no matter their starting point with fun lessons, catchy songs, and guaranteed results. One grade level jump or your money back. Right now, get free access to Hooked on Math and spelling apps, plus your first month for just $1. Visit hookedonphonics.com today and unleash your child's reading potential.
Aztecs basketball continues on San Diego Sports 760 and the iHeartRadio app. Here's John Schaefer.
20 minutes for San Diego State to punch their ticket. It will not be easy against this veteran, experienced Utah State Aggies team. 35-34, San Diego State over Utah State. Aggies 26-7 overall. San Diego State 22-10. And again, the winner has the auto bid here in the Mountain West in 2026. And this thing went back and forth. I don't know where you begin, really. Aztecs eventually settling on defense. Utah State shot 40% in the half. They were well over 50% the first 10 minutes, but they finished at 40%. Aztecs shot 44%. Utah State had 10 more attempts from the floor than the Aztecs in the first half. That's because they forced 8 turnovers and committed just 2. And they outscored the Aztecs off turnovers 9-2. So the Aggies will start the second half with the ball. And San Diego State will have its starters out there. Newman, Bird, Dixon Waters, Simmons, and Guath. Falslev will inbound with Drake Allen, Zach Keller, Adlin Alameen, and MJ Collins on the floor. Utah State will move from right to left in the second half. They'll be on offense in front of their bench here in the final 20 minutes. Aztecs by a point. We are underway. Allen has it outside, using a screen. Getting downhill to the basket, laying it in. So Drake Allen got around the defense, and an easy layup gives the Aggies a 1-point lead. 36-35, 20 seconds into the second half. Aztecs has really settled in on defense. Now left wing Newman. Top of the key for Guath. Sends it high for Simmons, and he's fouled underneath by MJ Collins. Probably a good foul by Collins. Simmons was so deep in the paint. All right, so the Aggies, a bucket on their first possession. Leading 36-35, 19:29 to play. San Diego State's first possession of the second half. Newman, right baseline. Looking for Bird in the corner. Got his defender in the air. Now tries the jumper, and it's no good. And Keller, the rebound, and then throws it out of bounds. Back to the Aztecs. There's a 17-foot jumper from Bird inside the arc from extended left paint. And then on the rebound try, Keller was falling over, and he tried to throw it off for Allen and threw it out of bounds on the far side. So an extra possession here for the Aztecs. Reese Dixon-Water sends it in front of the Aztec bench. San Diego State trails by 1. Newman guarded by Falslev. Now Bird between the rings. Bird looking for Dixon Waters. He's guarded by Allen. And he sends it for Guath deep in the corner. And Guath steps out of bounds on the near side. So the Aztecs have turned it over now 9 times. And they're -6 in turnovers. About a minute into the second half, 36-35 Aggies. Allen, front court, using a screen from Keller. Left alone outside, firing a 3 and nailing it. So the Aztecs went under the screen and now trail by 4. 39-35, a perfect start for Utah State to begin the second 20 minutes. Miscommunication. Now the Aztecs find themselves trailing by 2 possessions. Here's Newman near center court, reversing for Guath. Now on the right wing, it's Dixon Waters. Looking for Bird. Bird straight on. And his pass deflected by Collins and taken by Falslev. Ahead for Allen, and he scores inside. Timeout Aztecs. A slow start to the second half as Utah State is on, a 6-0 run or is it a 7-0 run? A 7-0 Utah State run. And they've matched their largest lead, 41-35. So the Aztecs falling asleep there in the first minute 40 and now have another uphill climb. 41-35. A couple of turnovers, a driving bucket. I forget what else is in there. But, the Aztecs went under a screen and Drake Allen made them pay. And it's been all Drake Allen here to start the second half. I think he's got all 7 of the points. Is that right? Let me see. No, he's got 5 of the 7 here in the second half. So this is a full timeout. We'll keep it here. 18:22 to play. and Utah State by 6. Really the last thing that the Aztecs could afford was to allow a run out of the locker room. And it's been a bit of an Achilles heel for the Aztecs this year, those first couple of minutes of a second half. We remind you that for over 40 years, San Diego Sports Medicine and Family Health Center has been dedicated to keeping our athletes and community healthy and strong. Trust the team that SDSU trusts. Find them at SDSM.com. All right, so the quick timeout as San Diego State, again, punched first here to start the second half by the Aggies, who have made it look easy on their first 3 offensive possessions. And San Diego State has not had good looks. They've had a couple of turnovers as well. Aztecs out of sorts and now trailing 41-35, again with plenty of time. Utah State 3 of 3 from the floor. The Aztecs 0 of 1 in the second half. And again, the Aggies have 12 more field goal attempts than San Diego State today. Remember, San Diego State over New Mexico yesterday. The winner of that game in the Mountain West tournament has been tournament champion all 7 times that's happened when the Aztecs and the Lobos have squared off. San Diego State in its final game of the Mountain West looking for a final tournament championship, and now they'll need to overcome a 6-point deficit to do so. They were beaten by the Aggies in this building in 2019 and 2020. Of course, famously in 2020 by Sam Merrill in the late moments over KJ Fagan when the Aztecs were, 30-1 heading into that game. And then the Aztecs exacting some revenge in 2021, an 11-point win, followed by a 62-57 win in 2023. San Diego State, they get to championship games with regularity, but they're 3-8 in their last 11 Mountain West tournament championship games. And trying to reverse that here today. All right, so out of the timeout, B.J. Davis back in. 41-35, Utah State. And you've got Simmons, Dixon Waters, Guath, and Bird. Collins, Allen, Falslev, Elamine, and Zach Keller. Perfect start for the Aggies to the second half. They trailed by 1 at the intermission. They now lead 41-35. They show some three-quarter court token pressure and drop off. Now Davis on the left wing in the half-court offense against Falslev. Driving, cut off on the elbow. And had it stripped away by Falslev from behind. San Diego State's 11th turnover. Now Allen, guarded by Simmons at the top of the key, backpedaling out. Sluggish start to the second half for SDSU. Falslev, guarded by Davis, using a Keller screen. Getting downhill at the elbow, out for Collins. Collins guarded by Bird with 10 to shoot on a switch, has Guath. Driving into the paint, puts it up. No, blocked away by Bird. Simmons the rebound. Aztecs hurrying ahead with Davis. Collins behind the play. Davis on the right wing in the front court. Aztecs have not scored in the second half. They trail by 6. 2.5 minutes in. Now Guath straight on, tries a 3 off the mark and rebounded by Allen. Aztecs 0 for 2 from the floor with a couple of turnovers. Falslev driving and missing, but a foul on Bird, who was looking for the off-arm push. And the Aggies can extend their lead. It is their largest of the day. They've scored the first 7. Tough foul call against Bird in transition. We'll put Mason Falslev at the line where today he's 2 of 2. This was back and forth throughout the first half, but all Utah State in the first 2:41 of the second half. And 2 shots coming up for Falslev. Aztecs again have not scored in the second half as Falslev misses the first free throw. So again, San Diego State hanging around, but trailing now by 6. What you would typically call a dangerous time against a good offensive team like Utah State. And again, legs could be a factor in the second half both ways, specifically with the Aztecs. As Falslev misses a pair, and Simmons comes away with the rebound. So San Diego State still trailing by 6 with the ball. From left to right, Davis spinning. Davis left alone. Outside, reversing for Guath. Guath driving towards the basket, lays it up. No, Simmons follow. No, but a foul is called by Allen, or on Allen of Utah State. Simmons at the rim, beside himself how it didn't go in. The Aztecs have not scored in the second half. And they just had 2 good looks. And the Aztecs at the line. Here shooting a pair. Tay Simmons in this tournament is 5 of 14 from the line. San Diego State looking to end this 7-0 run, for Utah State. Simmons shooting to our right. 2 points, 4 rebounds in 13 minutes. 41-35 Utah State. And the first from Simmons is good. That's got to feel good for Tay. So that ends the 7-0 run. Pulls the Aztecs within 5. Kobe King in for MJ Collins. 17:03 to play. Aztecs without a field goal in the second half, 0 for 3. Utah State 3 of 4. These are all big. Don't want to leave points out there at the line. San Diego State 11 of 15 tonight from the line. And the second for Tay is good. 2 makes for Tay. Back to a 4-point game. Now the Aztecs got to think about stops. 41-37. Aggies on the outside with Allen. Using a Keller screen. He's picked up by Simmons. And now Allen reversing for Elamine. He's trying to drive on Guath. He's into the paint. Lost it. And Dixon Waters has it. But in the open floor, King got it back. Shot clock at 8. Left wing, Allen. Allen on Davis. Kicking. Lost the handle out of bounds to San Diego State. So Allen lost it. And the Aztecs get it back. A rare Utah State turnover. Just their 4th. San Diego State's committed 11. The Aztecs have been outscored off turnovers 14-2. That's the game. San Diego State has been outscored by 12 off turnovers here today. 41-37. Davis front court bounces it for Guath, top of the key. Guath now looking back for Davis on the near side wing, guarded by Allen. Davis still holding outside with 10 to shoot. Driving, pull-up jumper on its way. Good for B.J. Davis. 17-footer extended right elbow. It's a 2-point game. 41-39. Some Aztec fans come to their feet. Aggies to our left of the half court. Falslev on the right wing, guarded by Bird. Falslev driving on the baseline, spinning, trying to go up and under, putting it up and in over Bird. The answer for Mason Falslev, the player of the year in the league. He's got 8. Utah State by 4. Guath, top of the key. Reversing for Davis, right wing, guarded by Allen. Back cut, Dixon Waters in the paint. Fadeaway jumper, no, but a foul is called against the Aggies as Reese got hit on the arm. And it comes at 15:40, and we'll put the Aztecs at the line for 2 after immediate timeout. So for the moment, San Diego State surviving that initial surge from the Aggies to start the second half. And San Diego State is going to get 2 free throws after this immediate timeout. 43-39, 15:40 remaining in the basketball game. We'll take a timeout. This is Aztec basketball on San Diego Sports 760.
New Year. At Liberty Mutual, we love helping people with things like customizing car insurance, just like how we customize a song for you. Catered country tune. Liberty Mutual, saving you bucks by protecting your truck. Cause 30 told me to only pay for what I need. Thank you, Limu. I'll always trust in Limu with Liberty, 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 Liberty.
Spring break isn't what it used to be. It's better. This spring, stay 3 nights and get a $50 Best Western gift card. Life's a trip. Make the most of it at Best Western. Visit bestwestern.com for complete terms and conditions.
Binge listen this and all your artist stations, plus any song from our library of millions of songs, all ad-free. Get your free 30-day trial of iHeartRadio All Access. You'll love it. Don't be basic, be extra. Start your free 30-day trial of iHeartRadio All Access now.
It's time to set yourself free from the algorithm. Audio Mac is a different type of music streaming service that lets you discover, download, and do it all for free. Take control of your taste. Get the Audio Mac app now.
Get the fastest local alerts and accurate 24/7 forecasts with WeatherBug. It's easy to use and provides real-time customizable alerts so the weather never takes you by surprise. Plan every day with confidence. Download the free WeatherBug app from the App Store now.
Back to Aztecs basketball on the Aztecs Radio Network.
Toyota is a dedicated and proud sponsor of SDSU basketball. For great offers on a new Toyota or to find your local dealer, visit Toyota.com. It was kind of interesting as the teams came off the floor. Mason Falslev was called for a foul, hitting the shooting arm of Reese Dixon Waters, and he was kind of in disbelief. And I don't know if he was saying something to the Aztec bench, but just kind of an odd way to head to their respective corners for the Aztecs and the Aggies. Utah State trailed 35-34 at the intermission, but they have started fast in the second half. They lead by 4. And San Diego State will be at the line with Reese Dixon-Waters. He'll be shooting a pair of free throws. Reese was the offense essentially the first half. 12 points on 5 of 6 shooting. He has not gotten a shot off, though, in the second half, as they're tilting the floor towards Reese to prevent him from beating them. Magoon Guath has 7 points, and Miles Bird has 7 points. So Reese is going to get a pair of free throws in this 4-point game. Winner to the NCAA tournament as Mountain West tournament champions. 15:40 to play. Reese Dixon-Waters, and this, his final year, will be remembered as a terrific San Diego State Aztec. Part of that Sweet 16 team a couple of years ago as his first free throw caroms home. The story of this game is Utah State has turned the Aztecs over 11 times, and it's led to 14 points. And the Aztecs have been outscored off turnovers 14-4. In a game they trail 43-40 as the second is good. Back to a 2-point game with 15:40 to play. Up for grabs here in Vegas like a title fight. Allen into the front court, guarded by Davis. Bouncing it for Falstaff on the right wing, guarded by Simmons. On a screen, kicks it high for King. Left side now for Allen. He's looking for Templin deep in the block. Templin spinning on Simmons, missed the layup inside, and Bird's got the weak side rebound for SDSU. Bird quickly gallivanting against the front court, using a Guath screen, finding Magoon on the wing. Magoon finds Davis now extended right, guarded by Allen. Tries to drive the baseline. He's cut off, draws a brief double. Now Bird skips a pass for Dixon-Waters. He will pull up, 15-footer on its way, rims out. King the rebound. Reese missed a good look. Now ahead for Allen in the open floor, guarded by Davis on the left wing. On a switch, has Guath at the free throw line. Allen sends it out for Falstaff between the circles, guarded by Dixon-Waters. Aggies by 2, 14:44 remaining. Jared Calhoun calls out the play. Falstaff trying to drive, lost the handle, kicks it, extra pass, King. He will drive in, get towards the basket, miss inside, and the loose ball, we're going to get a tie-up or not. A tie-up with Davis and Templin will give the ball back to the Aztecs. So King missed the layup, and Davis was able to keep his hands on it, but got tied up by Carson Templin, the nemesis of San Diego State and most Mountain West foes. Does a little bit of everything. The 6'9" junior from Fairview, Texas. I think you love him if he's on your team. You hate him otherwise. And Templin. All right, Guath is going to get a breather at 14:32, and Taj DeGorville checks in. They're going to need Guath. Big minutes from him in the second half. 43-41 Aggies with Bird, DeGorville, Davis, Simmons, and Dixon-Waters. As the pass comes near side for Taj, he'll drop it off for Bird, and Bird will walk it over the timeline with 22 on the shot clock and give it to DeGorville. Aztecs trailing by 2. Taj pressured outside by King. Off for Simmons, top of the key. And now Simmons finds DeGorville on the right wing with 10 to shoot, guarded by Allen. Trying to get to the free throw line. Sends it for Davis, who will drive, put it up and in acrobatically in the paint. We're tied at 43. So the Aztecs have overcome the 6-point deficit with 14 minutes to play, and they've tied it up. And San Diego State fans are on their feet and loud at the Thomas and Mack. Allen front court for the Aggies. We're tied up. Now outside Clark. Right wing for King, guarded by Bird. Bird now attacking King. Blocked from behind. Taj DeGorville on the run out. Taj ahead for Dixon-Waters, reverses and scores. Aztecs lead by 2. Aggies do not elect as of yet to use a timeout. San Diego State has matched its largest lead. It's just 2 points. 45-43. Bird, another beautiful block. Allen on a switch. Throws it inside for Clark, who kicks it outside. 3 from Collins. No. Crashing the boards. Everyone. Davis has it for the Aztecs. Ahead now for Bird. Bird, left wing 3. Short. Rebounded by Clark. Would have popped the roof off this place. He missed it. Utah State ball, 13 to play. Allen attacking to the basket. No, but a foul is called as he trampled over Tay Simmons. That'll stop the clock at 13 minutes. Miles Bird with an open look from the left wing would have given the Aztecs their first lead larger than 2 points, but he missed it short. It was a really good look. Took his time on 2 feet and missed it short. And then at the other end, Allen attacking will be rewarded with 2 shots at the line. on the foul against B.J. Davis, who has had huge minutes here in the second half. So Drake Allen, the veteran guard, is at the line, and his first is good. Got a 1-point game as Semplin checks out and Falslev's back in. Elamine back in, and Guath got a very quick breather, maybe a minute. And now Bird's going to get a breather at 13 minutes. He'll probably get a minute. Playing for your season here in Las Vegas with 13 minutes to play. 45-44 Aztecs. 13 even. Second from Allen, well short. And it's rebounded by Sean Newman, who's checked back in. Compton, DeGorville, Guath, and Dixon Waters. Under 13 to play. Aztecs by 1. That was their halftime lead. Newman guarded by Allen. Newman coming near side. Still guarded by Allen with 15 to shoot. Skips it for DeGorville. DeGorville, left wing, looking for Compton. Tries to skip a pass for Newman. He's in the corner. He'll try a three. In and out, no. Last touched by, no. The Aggies are able to keep it in play. On the baseline, Allen now running. Up and under, lost it, but a foul is called against Reese Dixon Waters. Man, that three from Newman looked good. He's had a pair of them pop out. And now Utah State right back to the line. Second foul against Reese Dixon Waters as he kind of just raked across the arms of Allen as he perused through the paint. Allen is 1 of 2 from the line, and now 2 of 3. We're tied up. Tied up here in Vegas. Utah State from the line today, 14 of 18. San Diego State 14 of 18. Utah State just 5 of 10. And the second is long, and the Aztecs come away with it. It was both DeGorville and Dixon Waters, and kind of friendly fire there as Reese got popped in the eye. All right, DeGorville, right wing in a tie game. DeGorville getting downhill with Compton. His jumper on its way. No, and let's see. We're going to get a whistle, and it's going back to the Aggies, the loose ball. Guath was held, but they don't call a foul as Falslev fell over. A really tough rainbow jumper try from DeGorville, caromed off the rim. And in a rebound try, Guath was held by Falslev, but it caromed out of bounds. It goes back to the Aggies. Both teams shoot about 40%. We're tied at 45. Elijah Perryman is into the game running point right now. Started by Sean Newman. Now Gary Clark top of the key, pressured by Compton. Now driving is Collins, and he stuffs it with one hand. Wow. MJ Collins has had a couple of fierce slams tonight. Aggies back in front by 2. He got downhill on the penetration. 47-45. Newman right wing. Can the Aztecs answer now? Newman driving, attacking towards the basket. A foul, and you're going to count the basket or not? He got fouled, and then the shot was blocked away. They won't count the bucket, but Newman will shoot a couple of free throws after a media. MJ Collins has had ferocious slams. He's got 12. The foul on Perryman. Time out on the floor. The Aztecs will be at the free throw line when we come back to Las Vegas. 11:37 to decide the Mountain West Tournament Championship. Utah State 47, San Diego State 45 on the Aztecs Radio Network.
Pro drivers live for race day, but for small business owners, every day is race day. That's why going pro with Lenovo Pro matters. One-on-one advice, IT solutions, and customized hardware powered by Intel Core Ultra processors keep your business on the right track. Business goes pro with Lenovo Pro. Sign up for free at lenovo.com/pro.
Lenovo.
My Amex Gold Card is the perfect companion to spend the weekend with. Like tonight, when we're headed to the newest restaurant in town, I book an Uber to make the most of my benefits. Each year, I can get up to $120 in Uber cash when I add my car to my Uber account. So whether I'm brunching with friends or ordering in with Uber Eats, Amex Gold helps me make the most of Uber in the U.S. Learn more at americanexpress.com/explore-gold. Terms apply.
Pepsi Prebiotic Cola in original and cherry vanilla. That Pepsi taste you love with no artificial sweeteners and 3 grams of prebiotic fiber. Pepsi Prebiotic Cola. Unbelievably Pepsi.
Binge listen this and all your artist stations, plus any song from our library of millions of songs, all ad-free. Get your free 30-day trial of iHeartRadio All Access. You'll love it. Don't be basic, be extra. Start your free 30-day trial of iHeartRadio All Access now.
We go back to the court for more Aztecs basketball on the Aztecs Radio Network.
You can text STSU to 94333 to claim a $25 Magic Joe wash for only $5. That's STSU. Text STSU to 94333 to claim a $25 Magic Joe wash for only $5. This offer redeemable at any Soapy Joe's location within San Diego County and can only be redeemed once per season. We got another good one in Las Vegas, Nevada on this warm day in Sin City, and it's gotten warm inside the Thomas & Mack in front of about 10,000, where the top seed Aggies lead the number 2 seed Aztecs, 47-45. Sean Newman out of the media timeout with 11:37 remaining will be shooting 2 free throws. Looking for his first points here today. The Aztecs have been led by Reese Dixon Waters, 16 points on 6 of 8 shooting with 2 threes. The Aggies have been led by Drake Allen, specifically in the second half. He has 7 points. And MJ Collins, who has scored 12 points. Collins has had 2 ferocious slams here tonight. 1 putback and 1 on a dribble drive just a moment ago. So Dixon Waters with the Goreville, Compton and Guath, and Sean Newman at the line right now for San Diego State. All right, so the Aztecs back at the line. This will be attempts 19 and 20 of the day for San Diego State. And Newman's first is good. So Sean Newman's on the board. It's a 1-point game. Obviously anyone's game. For the Aztecs, they need a win to be in. Otherwise, they hold their breath until Selection Sunday. And they absolutely could be on the outside looking in when you look at the bubble. As the second is long and on the floor, Alameen saves it. So a missed free throw from Newman, who was at 88%. He doesn't attempt a ton of them, though. Utah State with the ball to our left in a 1-point lead. And it's Perryman guarded by Newman. And he skips it left side for Falslev. Falslev pressured by DeGorville outside. Now for Collins, guarded by Dixon Waters between the rings. 10 to shoot. Collins driving again towards the basket. Got his defender in the air and hits in the lane. Got the roll. MJ Collins beginning to take over. He's got 14. Aggies by 3. 49-46. 11 to play here in Vegas. Aztecs basketball with Newman near center court using a Compton screen. On the left wing now for Dixon Waters. Guarded by Falslev. Now driving on Falslev. Now his fadeaway jumper is good. From the right baseline, it's a 1-point game. Quickly ahead for Falslev, and we get a whistle. And what is this? A foul against Reese Dixon Waters in transition. Tough break for the Aztecs. In the front court, he went for the steal, and they whistle him for the foul. And for Reese, that's his third, and it's the 14th foul against the Aztecs. So the team fouls are even. Utah State will inbound in the front court. Is Compton coming out here? Let's see. Yeah, Compton out. Tay Simmons in. 10:38 remaining. 49-48 Utah State. Tough break for Dixon Waters in transition, I would say, as Falslev fell over. Perryman inbounding. Falslev, Clark, Collins, and Elamine on the floor right now for Jared Calhoun, the second-year Aggies head coach. Perryman right baseline, looking to put this thing in play. He finds Collins. He's guarded quickly by Dixon Waters. He drives. He kicks for Falslev. He will lean into a long three. Miss it. Clark, the offensive rebound, though, and he's fouled by Sean Newman on the floor. Man, Clark went up high. Aggies have been out rebounding this game 31-25, but that's their 8th offensive rebound. B.J. Davis back in for Sean Newman, who's hobbled on that rebound try, walking off gingerly. 10:30 remaining, 49-48. Perryman again on the right baseline to put it in play with 20 on the shot clock. He's looking for Elamine, who starts his drive. He's in the paint, goes up and under, no, and Guath has the rebound for the Aztecs. Aztecs trailing by a point. DeGorville into the front court. DeGorville, top of the key for Davis on the right wing. Back for DeGorville. Straight on, guarded by Falslev. And whips it inside for Davis, who puts it up and in for 2. In the paint over Gary Clark with the trees. 50-49 Aztecs. 10 minutes to play in Vegas. Fans on their feet. Perryman front court for the Aggies. Back and forth we go, as it was meant to be. Falslev, guarded by DeGorville straight on. Now using a Clark screen, driving, getting downhill, putting it up and in over DeGorville. He's so good with the right hand, and he just throws it up to give the Aggies back a 1-point lead. 51-50 at the 9:40 mark. Davis guarded by Perryman, circling back for Guath between the rings. He's guarded by Collins. Further right now for Dixon Waters, guarded by Falslev. And now DeGorville on the baseline, pressured by Perryman, 10 to shoot. DeGorville into the paint, leaning in, putting it up. No, on the floor. That was maybe off of Utah State. It is off Utah State, out of bounds to the Aztecs, but the shot clock says a half second. So the Aggies lost it on the baseline out of bounds, but the shot clock says a half second. And Miles Bird is going to check back in. And let's see for whom. Looks like for Guath, maybe. So DeGorville, an air ball in the lane. And then it's just got to carry him down of bounds off the Aggies. 0.5 to shoot. It's got to be catch and shoot. They got to go to the rim. Davis to the rim, and we get a shot clock violation. Bird was run over underneath the basket by Mason Falslev, and they don't call a foul. Man. Brian Dutcher was asking for Tay Simmons to send the ball up for Bird, not bounce it to him with 0.5 of the shot clock. Aggies catch a break. They lead by 1, 9-10 remaining. Utah State basketball from right to left. Perryman for Falslev between the circles. Falslev guarded by DeGorville on a switch. Now has Simmons, tries the three. No, and it's DeGorville with the rebound. He missed it long. Ahead for Davis, near side front court. Extra pass Bird on the baseline. Driving, cut off with a double. Skips it, and it's taken by Collins. Collins transitioning, nearly lost it. He's in front of the Utah State bench. Now he dribbles out. Aztecs another turnover. Collins reversing for Falslev, guarded by Davis on the right wing. He drives, goes behind his back, spins, kicks. Clark blocked away at the rim. Clark trying to save it, and DeGorville has it. San Diego State with the ball, trailing by 1. Bird, right wing three ball on its way. No, it was short, online but short. 8:20 remaining. It looked good. Aggies by 1. Guath back to the scorer's table. Crunch time in Vegas. Utah State by 1. They're weaving right now outside. Falslev throws it inside for Clark, and Clark's blocked at the rim. Got it back and scores inside. Timeout, Utah State. 8:01 to play. I think this is a 30-second timeout. It's a 3-point Aggies lead. Or is this going to be a full? I think inside 8:30, this is a full, so we'll take immediate timeout. Utah State with some second chance points. They've got 12 tonight, so do the Aztecs. And their lead is now 3 after San Diego State briefly had a 1-point lead. 8 minutes to play in Las Vegas for a Mountain West championship. It's Utah State 53 and San Diego State 50 on the Aztecs Radio Network.
With my Amex Blue Cash Preferred Card, I can earn 3% cash back on transit. Bus to Pilates? Cash back. Rideshare to the museum? Cash back again. Earn on transit with Blue Cash Preferred. Learn more at americanexpress.com/explore-BCP. Terms apply.
Binge listen this and all your artist stations, plus any song from our library of millions of songs, all ad-free. Get your free 30-day trial of iHeartRadio All Access. You'll love it. Don't be basic, be extra. Start your free 30-day trial of iHeartRadio All Access now.
Pepsi Prebiotic Cola in original and cherry vanilla. That Pepsi taste you love with no artificial sweeteners and 3 grams of prebiotic fiber. Pepsi Prebiotic Cola. Unbelievably Pepsi.
It's time to set yourself free from the algorithm. Audio Mac is a different type of music streaming service that lets you discover, download, and do it all for free. Take control of your taste. Get the Audio Mac app now.
Get the fastest local alerts and accurate 24/7 forecasts with WeatherBug. It's easy to use and provides real-time customizable alerts so the weather never takes you by surprise. Plan every day with confidence. Download the free WeatherBug app from the App Store now.
Other wireless carriers tell you when to pay. Text now as, what do you need? It's app first phone service without commitments, credit checks, or carrier attitude. Built for people who stop asking for permission. Download today.
Aztecs basketball continues. Here's the voice of the Aztecs, John Schaefer.
All right, 53-50. San Diego State now trailing Utah State, 8:01 to play here in Vegas. All right, John Schaefer with you. Aztecs need a win to punch their ticket to the NCAA tournament. It has not been easy, but they're hanging in there. Every time San Diego State captures a lead, Utah State recaptures it. 53-50. Here again with 8 minutes to play. Try to do two things at once. We have this all-tournament team ballot I need to fill out in the middle of the game, which is easier said than done. We'll worry about that later. All right, Aztecs basketball trailing by 3. The reset is this. Both teams shooting around 41%. Aztecs haven't scored in over 2 minutes. San Diego State has had some good looks from Miles Bird, who's missed a couple of threes that have been online. He's got 7 points on 2 of 7 shooting. Reese Dixon-Waters has been the offense, the only Aztec in double figures. He's got 18 on 7 of 9 shooting. Aztecs from left to right, under 8 to play. B.J. Davis using a screen from Guath on the right wing. Davis with a high right-handed dribble. Bouncing it for Guath, top of the key. Left wing now for Bird, pressured by Allen. And Bird reversing now for Dixon-Waters. Pressured outside by Elamine in front of the Aztec bench. And he will get to the basket and lay it in. Too much pressure from Elamine. Aztecs pulled it within 1. 7:35 to play. 53-52, Utah State. Front court, Elamine. Weaving outside, Falslev. Falslev, right wing for Collins, top of the key. Guarded by Dixon-Waters. And he's still guarded by Dixon-Waters. Now Gary Clark, handoff left wing, Elamine. Trying to turn the corner. Whips it inside, Falslev, who lays it in. Nice find from Elamine, the freshman, for the veteran Falslev. They're so slippery. And Utah State continues to cash in the paint. 55-52. 7 minutes even here in Las Vegas. Aztecs need an answer. Davis finds Guath in the paint. Draws a double. Guath, free throw line, finds Simmons, reversed and blocked at the rim by Elamine. And then stared down Simmons. Falslev in transition at the elbow. Off for Allen, guarded by Dixon-Waters. 6:40 remaining. Utah State by 3 with the ball. 15 to shoot, weaving outside now Falslev. Simmons blocked at the rim and then stared down by Elamine. Allen bouncing for Falslev, extended right elbow. 6 to shoot, driving, spinning, kicking. Elamine, baseline, step back, jumper, in and out, no. Off of Gary Clark, out of bounds to the Aztecs. Wow. Both teams just going blow for blow right now. San Diego State in the second half has struggled to find its footing on offense. 6 of 16, 37.5%, but trailing by just 3. 55-52, 6:15 remaining. Davis, guarded by Collins outside. Finds Bird. Left alone for a moment on the wing, doesn't shoot it. Again, pressured by Elamine. Now near side for Davis. To the free throw line for Guath. Now right side, Bird, 10 to shoot. Back to Davis. Downhill. Driving. Lost it out of bounds. Back to Utah State. He lost his handle. He had it, but then lost it. It just slipped out of his hands. Another Aztec turnover, their 14th. It would have worked perfectly. He was on his way to the basket before he lost the handle. So now Utah State looks to extend their three-point lead with 5:50 remaining. Weaving outside, Falslev, right wing, guarded by Bird, driving, baseline, cut off, skipping, Elamine, left corner. Out for Allen now, guarded by Davis. Driving to the free throw line, getting downhill like Guath, putting it up, no. Clark, the offensive rebound, found on the floor, according to Randy Richardson. That's on Tay Simmons. Soft foul. And it's on Guath, his first. And it's the 6th on the Aztecs. Comes at the 5:35 mark. Tough break. Only 4 fouls against Utah State in the second half. Right baseline, Allen sends it in for Clark, guarded by Guath. Now for Falslev, guarded by Bird, top of the key. Allen has it outside. Left side, Collins rising for a 3-ball and nailing it on the left wing to extend the lead to 6 for Utah State. With 5:20 to play, MJ Collins has been the hero. 58-52. Aztecs need a bucket. 5:15 remaining. Davis driving, throwing it up, no, but a foul is called, and that'll stop the clock at 5:11 and get B.J. Davis to the line. San Diego State needs points and stops. M.J. Collins now has 17 points. Drake Allen, 13. Mason Falslev, 12. So 3 in double figures. 2 shots. They're all big, obviously. And the first is good. 5-point game. Zach Keller in the center for Utah State for Gary Clark. Taj DeGorville in for Tay Simmons. 58-53. Davis has 10. Dixon Waters has 20. Aztecs trail by 5, though, at the 5:11 mark. And Davis's second is good. So a 4-point game. Now can they get a stop? Utah State in the second half, 46% shooting. They lead by 4 with the ball. 5:05 to play. Allen into the front court. They've turned it over just a few times all game. Just 4. Falslev looking for Collins, curling, using his screen as that basket is good. Count it, and a foul as well against Dixon Waters. Unbelievable. Collins chirping. Aztec or Aggie fans on their feet. I don't understand the foul against Reese Dixon Waters. He was trying to fight his way through a down screen, and Collins hit the bucket. And now Brian Dutcher is talking it over with Vern Harris and looking for an explanation. Right now, Utah State has extended their lead to 7. 61-54. I'm not sure what they're looking at. Let's take another look at this. Yeah, I don't know. Where's the foul? Oh, for pushing over Zach Keller? They never call that. They never call that. So I'm not sure what they're reviewing right now. But M.J. Collins, if the Aggies win this game, is going to be the reason why. Oh, maybe they're looking at the foul to make sure it didn't happen before the shot. If it did, then Utah State is going to keep the ball. That's exactly what they're looking at.
Previous play is under review to see if the shot, the player was in the act of shooting before the foul.
Oh, interesting. Well, no, he wasn't. Was he? So they're looking to see if the foul occurred before the shot. Interesting. Right now, the 3 is good, and it's 61-54. Otherwise, they take the 3 off, and I think Utah State would be shooting a 1-and-1. This is kind of bang-bang. Yeah, I don't know what they're saying. The rules analyst, Gene Steratore. Utah State has opened up their largest lead, and it's come at the most inopportune time for the Aztecs, who, again, are playing a 3rd game in 3 days, had that late game last night. So Gene Steratore is saying on television, I'm being told that he thinks it was before the shot. This is a critical call, obviously, because right now it's a 3-possession game if the bucket counts. And Utah State would retain possession if the bucket counts. So you're talking about a massive swing where they'd be up by 7 with the ball as opposed to shooting free throws up 4. So that is just huge with 4:58 to play here in Las Vegas. San Diego State looking for one last surge. Again, playing without Elsie Harrington and without Miles Heide. I mean, M.J. Collins has just taken over here in the second half. So it's when the foul was whistled, though. And Vern Harris might have been late on the whistle. We'll have to see. Man, officiating is such a big part of college basketball. No matter what, San Diego State has work to do. Trailing with 4:58 to play. It is a lengthy stoppage right now. So the call of the court is actually a Utah State bucket and an and 1, according to television. If the foul occurred before the shot, it would just be a 1-and-1 coming up for Utah State. Well, this is a massive call. Right now, the scoreboard reads 61-54. Utah State. Aztecs have just been slow to the second half on offense, just 6 field goals. 6 of 16. And what are they going to determine?
After review, is determined that the number 2 was in the act of shooting when the actual foul occurred. Therefore, number 32 will shoot a 1-1 at the free throw line.
Unbelievable. So the basket counts, and Utah State is shooting a 1-1. So their lead is 7. It could stretch as large as 9. Awful break for the Aztecs. And they've had a couple of those here in the second half. Brian Dutcher in disbelief in his brief conversation with Vern Harris. San Diego State has had no luck with Vern Harris officiating over the years. Just none whatsoever. And he just made that call. All right, free throw for Keller. Front end try. Zach Keller. First attempt of the night with the Aggies leading by 7. And it's good. 8-point game. Largest lead of the day for Utah State. Aztecs will need to be near perfect down the stretch. 62-54. 4:58 remaining. Keller second. That is such a big call. And that trickles in off the front rim. It's a 9-point game. Aztecs had some chances in the second half to open up a larger than one possession lead, but now trailed by 9. That was a 5-point possession. What a joke. Davis, right wing, swings it for Guath. Guath puts the ball on the floor, drives. He's fouled on the floor, and then he stuffs it, but they won't give him the continuation. That's terrible from Randy Richardson. Yeah, he went a long way. They're not going to count it. 63-54, the Aztecs trail. Just going back to that last possession, that's such a bad break. Because if the foul was whistled literally a split second earlier, it could have prevented upwards of all 5 of those points potentially. We'll never know. 63-54. In a low-scoring game like this, just wild. Davis. Straight on for Guath. Guath leaning into a 3-ball, short. Simmons fighting for it, but Collins has it for Utah State. Aggies in control. Leading by 9 with 4.5 to play. Reese Dixon Waters heading to the scorer's table. Allen with a right-handed dribble. Still has it outside. Looking for Collins. Collins dumps it in for Elamine, who scores. Timeout on the floor. It's an 11-point game. 65-54. Aggies were defeated sadly at Viejas, but right now lead by double figures in Vegas. It's an 11-point game. Oh, there's an Aztec down behind the play. I didn't see that. And that is Miles Bird, who was hobbled behind the play, and he's holding his right knee. So trying to come around a screen. Bird is now down and in pain for the Aztecs. Unbelievable turn of events. They lost Miles Hadi yesterday. The medical staff is now looking at Miles Bird. They took a bump in the back from Elamine, who then scored on the find from MJ Collins. And everything is going Utah State's way right now. And the concern is with Bird is hobbling off in significant pain, but doing it under his own power. Utah State on a 7-0 run over the last 40 seconds. 5 points in one possession. 5 for their last 7, and the Aztecs do not have a field goal in over 3 minutes. And the Aztecs right now just running out of gas. Playing 3 games in 45 hours due to the format here of the Mountain West Tournament. An 11-point Utah State lead. You look at what Elamine does with this screen. He sets it and moves, which is illegal, kicks his leg out, and that's where Bird got hurt. Just kind of stuck his knee out, the lanky forward for Utah State. So we got a media timeout, I believe. Why don't we take it right here, Brent? 65-54. This is Aztec basketball on San Diego Sports 760.
San Diego Sports 760. KGB and KGB FM HD2 San Diego. An iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human.
At Liberty Mutual, we love helping people with things like customizing car insurance, just like how we customize a song for you. Catered country tune. Liberty Mutual, saving you bucks by protecting your truck. 'Cause Birdie told me to only pay for what I need. Thank you, Limu. Always trusting Limu with Liberty, 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 Liberty.
Binge listen this and all your artist stations, plus any song from our library of millions of songs, all ad-free. Get your free 30-day trial of iHeartRadio All Access. You'll love it. Don't be basic, be extra. Start your free 30-day trial of iHeartRadio All Access now.
Hi, this is Alex, the national spokesperson for Vote Our Way, the technology for direct and accountable democracy. We're proud that Felix has chosen to be the first in history using this technology.
That's right, Alex. We the people vote on bills every day on VOW, and I take an oath to represent all your votes in Congress accountably and transparently.
Download the free Vote Our Way app and start voting on bills today.
March 17th, remember, FELIX. Visit FelixForCongress.org. I'm Felix Tello, and I approve this message.
Paid for by the Felix for Congress Committee.
Pepsi Prebiotic Cola in original and cherry vanilla. That Pepsi taste you love with no artificial sweeteners and 3 grams of prebiotic fiber. Pepsi Prebiotic Cola. Unbelievably Pepsi.
Aztecs basketball continues on San Diego Sports 760 and the iHeartRadio app. Here's John Schaefer.
65-54, Utah State by 11, their largest lead. They've opened up this cushion with 4:18 to play. Meanwhile, the concern with Miles Byrd, who went out with a apparent knee injury, but he did hobble off under his own power. Reese Dixon Waters has 4 fouls as well, and San Diego State will need the best 4 minutes of their season from here on out. Trailing by 11 in this the rubber match, the all-stakes championship game between San Diego State and Utah State. And now Bird's on the bench, which is encouraging, and he's got his right leg taped up, and we'll see if he returns or not. 65-54 Utah State. DeGorville, Davis, Guath, Dixon, Waters, and Simmons. Again, the Aztecs shorthanded tonight without LZ Harrington, their point guard, and also without Miles Heide, who went out with a wrist injury yesterday, and now Miles Byrd dealing with a knee that has hobbled him late in the season. Aztecs with the ball trailing by 11. Nearing 4 minutes to play. Here's Reese Dixon Waters. And we get a whistle and a foul off the ball. And that's the 7th against Utah State, which means the Aztecs will have a 1-and-1. It's on Drake Allen, his 4th. Who did he foul? Who's shooting? It's going to be Tay Simmons shooting the 1-and-1 here with 4:10 to play. All right, so these are obviously critical right now. Aztecs running out of gas. Can they find a little bit late? 11-point Utah State lead, their largest. Aztecs led by 1 at the break, and the free throw is short. Guath, offensive rebound. Guath getting muscled into, scores, and a foul committed by Gary Clark. San Diego State has signs of life, trailing by 9 off the critical offensive rebound by Guath. He's done everything in his power here today to keep San Diego State in it. 9 points, 8 rebounds in 28 minutes, playing for the 3rd time in as many days. This to make it an 8-point game at the line. He's 3 of 4 from the charity stripe, and his free throw rims out, and it's tapped to Clark. So just 2 points there on the possession. 65-56. The Aztecs from the line, 17 of now 24. Allen, front court. Guarded by DeGorville. Left wing, Collins driving. Whipping for Collins. He threw it out of bounds back to the Aztecs at 3:51. So San Diego State trailing by 9 gets it back. A rare Aggie turnover, just their 5th. They've outscored the Aztecs off turnovers 17-4. 65-56 under 4 minutes to play. Aztec basketball in the front court. It's DeGorville left wing extended in front of Brian Dutcher. Guarded by Elamine. And now bounce for Dixon Waters at the free throw line. Pull up, jumper in the paint. No. And it's rebounded on the weak side by Falslev. Good look from about 12 feet from Reese, but it wouldn't go. It was short. Again on tired legs. So the Aztecs had it down 9 and don't convert. Now the Aggies try to extend it out with Falslev guarded by Simmons. On the right wing on a switch, he has Guath. Shot clock is now at 10. He will drive and put it up and miss. Push from Clark, and the follow is good. Clark pushed Simmons in the back. They didn't call it, and he cleans up on the offensive glass. 67-56. Utah State by 11. 3 minutes to play. Davis for Guath. Guath top of the key. Now left wing for DeGorville. DeGorville finds Guath open. Look at a 3-ball. And that's good for Magoon. 8-point game. Timeout Aztecs. So Magoon an offensive rebound and a 3. And San Diego State not done, but trailing by 8. And here's the good news. Miles Bird's going to re-enter. So how do you get back in this game in the final 2:51 if you're San Diego State and Brian Dutcher? That's a good question. Utah State has done most of their damage today in the paint. It hasn't been their three-point shooting, where they're just 6 of 20. MJ Collins has been terrific with 20 overall points. They've had balance and good ball movement, 17 assists on 27 field goals. Aztecs are shooting 42%, the Aggies 44%, but the Aggies have 16 more field goal attempts because they forced 9 more turnovers. And that's the difference in this game, the points off turnovers, where San Diego State trails 17-4. So they trail by 13 there, and they trail by 8 in the game. All right, so Bird returning with Dixon, Waters, DeGorville, Davis, and Guath. Still 2:51 to play. Team fouls 8 against the Aztecs, 7 against the Aggies. No, excuse me, 8 against the Aggies, 7 against the Aztecs. Aztecs will pick up full court. Falstaff will bounce it in for Allen. He draws a brief double and throws it ahead for Elamine. And Elamine's still in the backcourt. And now ahead for Allen as he walks into the front court at 22. 2:40 remaining, 67-59, Utah State. Aztecs have to have a stop, you'd think. Falstaff had it poked away, got it back, and trying to drive on Davis. Spinning, goes up and under, and scores somehow beautifully. Beautiful move. The finger roll. He loves getting to that low block area. 10-point lead. Now to Gorville. DeGorville left wing in trouble. And gets rid of it for Davis on the left wing. Pressured outside by Elamine. Now Dixon Waters. Guarded by Falstaff. Pull up. Long three. Short. Cleaned up by Elamine and Utah State. 2 minutes to play. Utah State can feel it. They lead by 10 with the ball. 69-59. 1:55 remaining. Falstaff again has it outside. Again he starts his drive. Now backpedals out. Now takes Guath. Gets around him and scores again. Mason Falstaff taking over. Utah State on its way. 71-59 Aggies. 1:40 remaining. Guath again, top of the key for DeGorville. Bumped, kicks, extra pass, perimeter. Bird straight on 3 ball. Short. Davis skying for it, but Allen has it. 90 seconds to play. Utah State with a 12-point lead in the ball. Allen into the front court. Aggies, barring a complete collapse, are going to win the 2026 Mountain West Tournament and pull off the double after winning the regular season. 1:10 remaining, shot clock at 10. Falstaff for Elamine, top of the key, guarded by Bird. Elamine still has it with the right-handed dribble. Shot clock at 4. Now Collins at 3, pulls up the long 3, and that's blocked away. Now Dixon Waters inside of a minute. Bird attacking on Falstaff, kicking for Davis. Corner 3 ball on its way is good. 71-62, 50 seconds. Inbound for Falstaff. He nearly fell over as he gets rid of it for Allen. Now back for Collins in the backcourt. I think they got a foul, and they do, but Fern Harris doesn't call it. Now they bounce it for Falstaff. He will drive and dish for Clark, who slams it home. 73-62. The Aztecs have run out of energy here. Final 30 seconds. Davis driving, putting it high off the glass. No. Rebounded by Falstaff. And that may do it as he falls out of bounds and hands it off to Elamine. Difference between the clocks is just 20 seconds, or excuse me, just 1 second. And San Diego State will not foul. And Utah State has won the Mountain West Tournament in 2026. Taking down the Aztecs in Vegas. A final as the final seconds tick off. Utah State 73. San Diego State 62. The Aggies win the Mountain West by 11 here today in Las Vegas. Well, hold on. They're going to say there's still 0.2 seconds on the clock. Give me a break. I think the Aztecs are going to have to inbound. For semantics. So 0.2 seconds on the clock. And San Diego State sends it in for Dixon Waters. His 3 won't count as he misses it short. And Utah State, with a big second half, wins the regular season and the tournament title here in 2026. And denies the Aztecs the auto bid to the NCAA tournament. Now the Aztecs will wait on bated breath for Selection Sunday. And again, potentially on the outside looking in. And now it's out of their hands, and they will wait on the selection committee. Got that big win yesterday over New Mexico, but couldn't get it done here today. Some critical moments in the second half, including a 5-point possession that took the wind out of the sails for the Aztecs, who lose by 11. Aztecs, again, dealing with injuries and adversity throughout this season, throughout this game. Just not enough in the tank here today. MJ Collins, big-time moments for the Vanderbilt transfer. And Utah State firmly entrenched in the NCAA tournament. And waiting to hear their name called tomorrow for San Diego State. I don't know if they'll be as fortunate or not. Aztec fans on their feet as San Diego State makes its way into the locker room after losing here today by 11. MJ Collins will be the MVP of this Mountain West tournament. Reese Dixon Waters and Magoon Guath will be on the first team, along with Drake Allen and Mason Falslev. So all Aztecs and Aggies. Utah State wins over the Aztecs. And in the 5 meetings in the Mountain West Championship, it's now Utah State 3, San Diego State 2 all time. For a moment, it felt like it was meant to be for the Aztecs until it wasn't. Their last lead in this game, their last lead came at 10-10, 50-49. And then Utah State used a 4-0 run and never looked back and won it here today by 11. All right, so congrats to the Aggies. We're going to talk about it over the next 30 or 40 minutes. And just always hard way to go out, right, in a championship game with so much on the line, where San Diego State may have needed a win to continue their season on as they fall here today 73-62. They shoot just 37.5% in the second half. Utah State, much fresher, shot 53% in the second half. Remember, the Aztecs held New Mexico and Colorado State to 33% shooting? Well, Utah State today at 46.2%. We'll take a timeout. The wrap-up show is next. Aggies, the top seed, win the Mountain West tournament 73-62. And this is Aztec basketball on San Diego Sports 760.
This has been San Diego State Aztecs basketball.
San Diego State basketball is brought to you by Anheuser-Busch, Alaska Airlines, Volkswagen, Stone Brewing, Aztec Shops, San Diego Food Bank, AleSmith, San Diego Zoo, Wildlife Alliance, Intercontinental Hotel.
Guath's long jumper is good. Step back, long 18-footer from Guath.
And by Cal Coast Credit Union, Stone Brewing, San Diego Sports Medicine, J-Lab, Dos Equis, Sequan, Snapdragon, Big Fog, SeaWorld San Diego, and Toyota.
Stand by for the Aztecs wrap-up show. All across the Aztecs Radio Network.
Liberty Mutual customized this song for you.